I love Molly Sleuth.
I am the eyes and ears of this institution.
Mama don't like tattletales.
Who knows? In 1,000 years, even you may be worth something.
Little Hand says it's time to rock and roll.
Room for one more, honey.
Today we face the monsters that are at our door.
I think we live in overstimulated times.
Oh,
Oh, hello. You've just caught me reading a back issue of New Grave magazine by Matt Reiser.
oh, those girls are pretty. Is that the issue with Molly Brenner in it on
Yes.
page?
There's my article.
Look at that. Those are
Yeah.
nice photographs.
Hi everybody. Okay. Hi friends. Oh, it's so exciting. Forgive the emotes in Rumble this week. They are from last week. It's been a whole week with a lot of just before the show started, Matt was telling me that I need to go on disability just to practice for when I am disabled, because that is what a klutz I've been lately. Thanks for that. And speaking of Matt, my bestie that kicked me out of his band and took a 23-year break after I got you signed to a record label. That's good. Oh yes, my shirt.
I was gonna say, where's my shirt?
You want me to send you one? I'll send you one. You'd never wear this shit.
No, I get
That's
killed.
right.
That's nice.
Back when
I
we
got
were
makeup
young.
covered up my tattoos.
Hi Nora. Hi Pammy. Hey Rod. I'm hoping that you're going to help me, because I tried to make a list of all the things that I've collect, and I don't even know that I've scratched the surface. We'll see. Hey Red Bike. Okay, so dude. Okay, Matt and I, for the one person that may be watching this that has no idea who the fuck we were best friends in like 98, 99-ish in the like LA club scene. Actually, when was New Grave magazine?
That started 2000.
2000. Okay.
That was the first issue in 2000 after going to like a shitty fucking I went to a Cinema Strange show actually, and like the scene, I'm like, these bands are too good. They need promotion. This scene sucks. Let's do something. And
Yeah, but
we had the death rock revival was going on at the time, so I figured why not document it. You're freezing up, Mom.
Huh?
You froze up a little bit.
I did?
Yeah, you're fine now.
I don't know why.
Sorry you don't have a bunch of crap and you're not like a hoarder for the Hoarders Anonymous show.
Yes, tonight we're going to be talking about our bullshit. And now we met because I lived across the hallway from you. So we're like practically roommates. So I've
totally
seen a lot about Matt Reiser's lifestyle.
But you know what? Like, it's funny because when I moved to LA, I was like, I'm not going to like collect any more shit. And then by the time I moved out, I had all this fucking shit. Like so many times in my life, I've been like, I'm not going to accumulate.
Okay, so let's talk about when you started accumulating. Like when?
Well, I should show that picture of what happened to my childhood room. Do you have that on your phone still handy while I talk? So
I could check it out.
I'm like I don't know what different degrees of like hoarder there is out there, but like I definitely qualify. And my parents are hoarders, their parents were hoarders. So I don't know if that kind of shit's like in someone's DNA or not, but definitely hoarders, but never like in the sense of like trash, like we
Right.
all it was stuff. It's quality merchandise. It's not just like a rapper. Well, there might be some rappers, but it's not just like if it's a cool rapper I might keep it, but like not just random like every Taco Bell I go to I'm gonna keep the fucking hot sauce packet, unless of course I like the little quote on it, and then I'll be like, well, that's cute, I might keep that. But where I'm going with this.
I do. I'm still looking for the picture, but I have 2 others of yours, and then I just have a flood of AI fucking garbage that we've
I
been.
just think it'd be like I was thinking like that picture of my
Yeah, I've got it. I'm screenshotting it right now.
boxes, and my parents are funny like about, or my mom was funny about her hoarding, because like she was pretty good at like keeping things organized and like in containers and like wrapped up and like safe or whatever, but it's just like gets out of control. And yeah, so that's my old childhood room after I had moved away for 20, 30 years and came back, and like it's like a little pathway you can walk in there. And but you can see how like it's not like it necessarily junk. Everything's sort of in like a storage container. It's probably labeled pretty well. It's
Yeah,
probably
it's pretty organized.
so it's archived, but it's just like what the fuck, and a lot of it was just worthless, for there's no real like resale value to a whole lot of it, or anything. My dad doesn't know what to do with a lot of it, and he's no better. He like has his own collection of crap, and he's like, you know he's been buying crossbows and like weird stuff like himself, and like instruments and shit that I don't know that he'll ever play. It's just, I don't know, it's one of those things. And like I didn't want to get too much into like toy collecting, because I don't know if we're going to talk about that another time. But for me, there definitely was like a moment, and Molly and I talked about this when I was a kid, where I had gotten rid of my little Batman doll, my little Mego Batman doll, and I would say instantly regretted it. I think it probably sold pretty quick at the yard sale, and yeah, there it is. So that little doll there kind of like started my like mentality of like don't ever get rid of anything ever. You'll regret it. And I don't know, I kind of feel like that way too. It's like, there's all the typical like hoarder things where like, oh, I'm going to need that someday, or I could use that for something, or I paid money for that, or I don't know, like, do you feel that type of stuff, Mo?
I don't know. I think you and I are very different in the way that we collect. Like I think I'm a really organized hoarder, and it isn't until I move that people understand the magnitude of how much stuff I have.
Yeah,
But like I was joking with you, if you nail it to a wall, it doesn't count as clutter. Like, so
it's
I don't have like drawers full of stuff. But maybe I'll pull up some of my pictures now. But I collect a lot of stuff, and it's like all secreted in ways that like when the door is closed, you don't really know. Like I took this picture today, forgive me, I haven't done any of my laundry, but
that's a lot of shit, Mo.
that's just my clothes closet for shit I could wear to work. This isn't the costumes. This isn't the fetish shit and the corsets and the fascinators and the trains and all that stuff. This is like work clothes.
It's casual.
And what you don't see are those t-shirts. Those stacks run about 3 or 4 deep. But I know where all of them are. So if you said, hey, go find your werewolf shirt, I know where it is.
Yeah.
And I think that's part of my problem, is that I am such an organized hoarder that like it doesn't really seem like it's getting out of bounds. I don't have like I had a best friend growing up that had like piles of shit along every wall.
Yeah.
And that's not me.
And
Um,
that kind of becomes me. And it's funny too, because like when you and I very like first met and started hanging out, like we clearly had different like habits. You know, you wash your sheets, I vacuum mine. Like, you know,
I wasn't gonna rat you out, dude.
you wash your hair, I vacuum mine. I vacuum everything.
I
Um,
mean, I just don't
so
understand. But
so
that's
we were very
also
different in that way. Like
right.
where probably it's good that there was a hallway between our rooms and not like you know,
Different
we
leases.
both, yeah, we needed our
Uh,
own front doors. And then like so there was that. And then but also one thing you said to me one time was you're like, you know, if I don't need something, I'll just throw it away. And if I really need it, I'll just buy it again. And I sort of took that with me. And yeah, you totally said that. I know you're cheap like I am too, but you did say that. And I'll go through phases where I just get angry. Like I'll get mad at like tripping over shit or whatever, and I'll just throw it out. Never any of the good shit, but like that weird, like, oh, I'm gonna keep like I have an injection molding machine, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna regrind, you know, the bottle caps off. Like I drink copious amounts of soda, so the plastic in a bottle cap can be reground and injection molded, and it's sort of valuable in a way. You can buy bags of them off of eBay and stuff. So like I was like, you know what, I might as well just start saving these and then like regrind them when I get. But like I'm at the point now where I'm sick of seeing that bag full of soda bottles. I don't have a fucking granulator. I haven't used the injection molder. I'll probably rage throw that shit out because it just gets in my way. And like I drink so much soda that I'm not gonna run out of fucking bottle caps. You know what I mean? It's not like I'm gonna stop drinking soda. So there's that.
yeah, I think maybe you started me hoarding. Now that I think about it, uh,
I am a bad influence.
because if
I,
anybody that knows me knows that I have a serious eBay problem,
I
and
don't see.
you started that.
Yeah, it's. I don't really eBay it. Like I do and I don't. Like I go through phases. Like right
That was
now,
back when you'd write a check and mail it.
yeah. Like before, like Elon, we were giving Elon our money. I remember signing up for PayPal and having like and feeling very uneasy about it. Just like I don't should I trust this like company? Like they're getting my bank number and stuff. You know, like I've been an eBayer since I think '98. And if you look at my like feedback, I have like I don't know, we'll just throw a number out like 40,000 like positive feedbacks or whatever. That's a lot of shit. You know, I could look and see exactly what it is, but like that's people that actually gave you feedback. Like I would love to know the number of like how much shit I've bought and like how much money. I would love to like eBay to like provide that information, but you know they never would. But yeah, because you were a get rid of person when I met you.
Because how many square feet were those apartments? They were fucking tiny.
They were like 8 square feet. I think it's 4 foot by 4 foot. We stood up to, like I hung from the ceiling to sleep, and you like
You literally did. You had a bunk bed. And I think
yeah,
that's maybe one of the things that got you to like almost double your real estate. But I
absolutely.
was thinking about your old apartment today, and I don't remember where your closet was or if you had one.
No, we had like my apartment wasn't. It was probably square foot wise bigger than yours, possibly. I don't really remember what your closet or if you had one, but like
So mine, you walked right in the door, and then the closet was right there on one side, and the bathroom was on the other side,
okay,
and then you opened into the room because we had efficiencies. So you didn't have a living room, you didn't have a kitchen,
was
you
your
had a
closet?
little tiny fridge.
Did you have a big like? Was it a deep closet? Was it pretty big?
It was a walk-in. Yeah, it was a walk-in, and it was stacked, but my room was pretty sparse and
I
clean,
would
and
agree. Yeah.
had a
Uh,
lot of space on the floor to cut out sewing patterns and stuff.
so mine was you walked in and it was a longer room. Yours was more of like a square room, if I remember right.
Yeah.
Mine was a longer room. And then once you get to the back, like kind of, I don't know, toward the halfway mark to your left, you would walk through a little hallway thing into the bathroom, and on the opposite side of the bathroom, you kind of walked into the closet to get to the bathroom. So there was like a walk-in closet.
Yes. Okay.
It was big. It was like it was big enough that when I had gotten married, we ended up putting a mattress in there and making that like our room or whatever. And like the bunk bed was just storage, you know. And that's when like we knew we had to get the fuck out of Hollywood.
Yeah, because when you started doing Newgrave magazine, back issues still available. Where are you selling these, Maddie?
eBay. Just Google it on eBay.
Dude, these are good. I'm not gonna but
I have
good.
I sell them. I sell them once a week, probably thereabouts.
But so you had like a whole drafting table, because this is before.
Did I have a drafting table?
Yeah, you had like a drafting table, and you were like taping shit to it and then taking a photograph of your plates to print the magazine, because this was before like Photoshop was so prevalent.
I forget if I had that there.
Because you even have, I gotta look, but there's usually like.
I don't have a lot of pictures of my room, that apartment. I have like somewhere I have a picture of me like doing a selfie with like a film camera. It's like blurry or whatever because it was a film camera, but and it was hard. It was hard. Like I really went with the intent of not accumulating stuff in LA, but then like they started making these Universal Monster dolls. I'm like, I'm just gonna get those, and and then like the bookstore's going having a clearance sale. I gotta get some books, and next thing I know, like I have a ton of crap.
Like there's pieces of tape.
Yeah, I did that on the scanner. But I used to have a drafting table. That was something I raged throughout. And it was kind of sad too, because like I'd had that drafting table since like, high school or whatever. And I had little like, I used to listen to alternative music stations or whatever, and they'd play songs. And I was like, oh, if I heard a song I'd write it down on there so I could go look it up at the record store or whatever. And all that, and like people would come and they'd write stuff on it to me and sign my little like drafting table. But I ended up getting angry at it and throwing it out.
What's the first thing you consciously remember collecting?
I don't know. Because like with kids, you have toys and then you sort of need them all.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
well, that's true.
So it's like, and I'm one of those people, I'll kind of collect anything that's cool that's not sports related. So like my big main like in life collectible things have been like toys, funerary items, taxidermy, what was he saying? Religious stuff, books, horror movie stuff, movie posters, movie stills.
I think we collect a lot of the same shit now, but mine's just
so
like
weird.
lighter and cheesier.
It's so like when like we reconnected and you're like showing your house, I was like kind of surprised you had all that shit. I was like, this is not the Molly I remember. She was like giving me shit. And I'm like, here, take my trash so I don't have to have it. And then I thought it was cool too, because you're like decorating your house and like I did that, and I'm like, we could have like, it sucks that we're not like still neighbors because we could have so much fun like trying to outdo each other's fucking houses. You know what I mean? Like,
we probably both weigh 400 pounds. As I'm trying right now, the new mug float, vanilla, whatever, howler. I don't know what the hell that means.
Does it say howler?
Howler?
Howler, because it's a dog. It's a vanilla howler. You don't know what that is, Mom?
I thought a howler was like when you get beer in a
I don't know
thing.
But like speaking
root beer.
Speaking of something you gave me, do you remember this? I came with props.
I saw you post a picture of that today.
I was wondering if you were going to comment on it because there's like, it was some shit you got, you didn't want. You're like, you want this coffin? And I was like, yeah, I'm Gothic. I'll take it. And
I think that's all that my makeup was in at the time.
Probably.
before I had a whole shit add makeup to the fucking list of hoarding. But I worked at 2 beauty supplies in the 90s and I'm still wearing that shit and I've never had pink eyes, so suck it.
I feel like I don't really like get dressed up anymore, but I have in like the last like I don't know 15 years, and I'm pretty sure I use like that mascara you gave me. That shit was the truth, where it's like almost rubbery. But in this little coffin, I have a bunch of shit that has like nothing to do with you. But then I have these little stickers. Do you remember these?
Yes, and so those were like I don't remember where I got them, but I feel like they had to have come from like the 50-cent machines.
Yeah, this is one of your like crazy. See, Molly used to have these like you're very like you get like in a phase where you chew something up and you spit it out. And that's kind of how you were at that time. Where you would like, oh, I fucking love whatever, and you just go like balls to the wall, crazy with it, over the top, and then you just like shit's stupid. You want it?
Yeah. I don't
And
collect
that was like
stickers. Here's my fridge.
oh shit.
And I have like drawers of stickers.
Well, I have these, and you can't have them back.
Dude, I can't even believe that. And I
Yeah,
want to say that they came from the laundromat.
they came from some little store on Hollywood Boulevard across from the World, like one of those like by the Chinese theater. It was like a sticker machine, and like we were just fucking around or whatever, maybe getting pizza or some shit, and you're like, oh look at the Gothic stickers or whatever, and then you bought one or whatever, and then you like needed them all. And you just like probably put like $10 in or whatever just to like get them all. And I don't know if we ever get like this is all I have, so maybe that's all there were. But we used to think they looked like people at the clubs. We're like, they definitely went to the club, and like that looks like so and so, and
Oh
that
yeah.
looks like so and so, and we're like, they're stealing, they're just swagger jacking us. And I don't know, like, there's no artist I don't think credited on them. Let me see. I can't see that good. Maybe I'll look into it and later and look and see who they are, who made them. But it was just like some rando like sticker. And that's the kind of shit like I'll hang on to like that kind of crap forever. There's like some quarters in here. I have like no idea what their like significance is. I think you might have given me this spider watch. Does that look familiar?
That seems like something I would have had.
There's no way it would fit my wrist. And I'm like one of those people that just like, well, you offer me something, I'll take it. Decide later whether I want it. But yeah, it's so this funny little thing that I had. So you were kind of like that back then. So when I started seeing pictures of your house and like your little like trivet collection and shit, I was like, what? You would
My
have
which
never,
collection?
like your little trivets?
Oh, I do have a picture of that.
You showed them on like your house tour video or something.
Yeah. So it's not just trivets. It's like cast iron stuff.
So anything cast iron?
Yeah, not anything cast iron. That's the problem with me. I'm very like selective with how I want stuff, whatever. And
I have an Oddfellows trivet.
it's not like every trivet. And they have to be able, at least the trivets have to be able to hang. But I do have like a lot of, I love cast iron shit. I love brass. I mean, just add to my whole list of shit that I collect. And it's not like I'm like trying to collect. Dude, do you remember when you first got me on eBay and you were like, okay, well, you need a user ID? And like the internet was new to me, people. Fucking relax. And
Just
so
try a little bit. I'm like pushing you.
You said you need a name that's going to intimidate everyone out of outbidding you.
Well, that was the cool part about like the old eBay. Like I'm still friends with this one guy, Rick Shadick, who's like a goth DJ or whatever, because he and I used to bid on the same shit all the time, and you could see their like screen name. So we're having like sidebar conversations, like, dude, you're not gonna win this fucking auction. Like, or like, listen, you could take this one, but I need this fucking tape, dude. Like, you can't, like, you don't understand. So we like became friends off of that shit, and I think we probably like maybe bought like bulk lots of stuff and sent each other or something. Like I don't know, but we definitely like met on eBay, and now that's all anonymous. So you
Yeah,
can't do those like psychological games like
I know.
money bag 60, like
It was daddy's money.
yeah.
And I have to say, I didn't have a lot of people that outbid me. Although, do you remember when I was outbid on that prosthetic leg and I was so depressed for like a week? And you were like, maybe the person that outbid you like needed it, and I
Yeah,
was
they
mad at
probably
you.
needed it to walk around. You're like they could barely afford it. It
Nothing
happened
was
to
load bearing.
it just happened to be their size, their flesh tone or whatever, and you're trying to buy it. Yeah, you went through like a whole like medical thing where you were buying like all kinds of funny like
I
yeah,
do have a picture of some of it. I still have.
eBay's
Let's see. I'm sure that many of this is back from in the day.
yeah.
Just medical equipment. Oh, except I have a picture right here. Where is it? Where is it? I took a picture of it just to remind myself. Do you remember when I bought that veterinary syringe?
That's in that photograph. I
What?
think the one in your nurse outfit from New Grave magazine.
Yeah, yeah. And do you remember when I accidentally poked myself with it and you told me I was gonna die because you're a motherfucker?
I'm like, I don't remember it, but it totally tracks. Like, I'm like, that's for AIDS, right? They use those syringes for one thing only.
Fuck. I mean, that thing was so old. Like, who even knows? In the back there, those blue books are the original Tweed Nancy Drew books
Did you read
that
them?
I grew up with, and I think I have all of them. But yeah, I just collect a bunch of weird shit. I don't know. There's like taxidermy and medical shit and creepy stuff and religious stuff and
But that's the thing, you got it on like display. So let me try to upload or do this like picturey thing that you just showed me. How do we hold on now? Oh wait, it's the computer. Sorry guys. I'm sorry. Image file. What the hell? It's important because like all that glassware, like so many times you'll go to like an estate sale for like some kind of hoarder or something, and it'll just be in a box in a barn piled to the ceiling. But can you see that? How do you show it? How do I present it?
let me see.
Oh, there it is. It got presented. Can you see that?
Yeah, I would love barrister bookcases, but then
I
I just
collect
know I
them.
will put more shit in them.
I collect them. They're great, and I don't dust things.
Which is perfect.
And it's hard to vacuum small items. So like, yeah, I need glass. I need things behind glass. So where I was going with that is like, you can have all that glassware just like in boxes. Cause I'll see it sometimes. I'll legit be shopping for laboratory glassware to get like good Pyrex or something that would be more expensive. And like, if you were to just buy brand new Pyrex or whatever, and it'll just be in a box. It'll be a total hoarder situation. But if you display it nicely,
Right.
it's decor.
Right.
It's
curio.
Yeah, it's a little cabinet of curiosities.
Yeah.
So that's a pro tip right there.
Yeah, I'm just trying to see. So I think the first thing that I ever collected, this is going to embarrass myself in front of the world, but who cares? Was,
Scabs. A scab collection.
You're
You
a
never heard of
dark
human
person. No, I never collected scab.
What the fuck? You're a little kid.
But no, it's only like now that I'm like constantly getting injured.
Okay.
I've never broken a bone. I'm pretty good. I used to clip out shit from the TV guide that had to do with the Twilight Zone and Johnny Depp all over my walls. In fact, that's probably the first thing that I did. My mom had this very like Victorian floral wallpaper in my childhood bedroom that I shared with my sister. I hated it. I asked for it to be gone. And no, so then I wasn't allowed to put nails in the wall, but I could put tacks and tape. And so I covered every square inch of that room with something, whether it was a
Serial
poster
killer.
or a page from the TV guide or whatever. I made my own wallpaper. And then and that was maybe about 15. And then I started just thinking, I'm going to move out. And so my whole goal was to move in one trip. One, because I had to pay my brother to move. So I just started getting rid of everything. And I think, well, I mean, when I moved into Melrose across from you, that was like my 80th apartment. But I first moved into this like shithole punk house in the valley and had to share a room and a bed with some absolute piece of shit, rest and piss. But I used to use my drum set as my dresser. Just took the heads off the toms and was like socks and underwear and
Dresser.
well, it was just and yeah, I did collect like plastic dinosaurs, and I still have a lot of dinosaurs, and for whatever reason they were hanging from the ceiling. I don't know why. Probably because I didn't have even a table to like put anything on, and it wasn't really my room, but like the ceiling I could put stuff on. And then I moved to another house with some other people, and I collected a lot of like fashion magazine pictures. Those were all over the walls. And then I started collecting wigs and hats. I had like 65 wigs.
I remember your wig collection. It was really cool where you had like the Chinese newspaper over the doll heads.
I have one of them right here. Because
Like-
one of the things I was going to show is a wig that I made. Because we are going to talk about like items that we think like tell our life story. So I picked 5 things, but we'll hold off on that. And then yeah, when I moved into your building, like I think I was in my real like geisha phase.
Yeah.
Where I had a lot of Chinese and Japanese stuff and geishas everywhere. And that room was so like red and yellow. And I stood all that furniture on top of itself like Dr. Seuss, and I painted the ceiling black with a blush brush.
And you painted that like, and that's like the crazy thing. You work like you have OCD when you work, so you can't like start a fucking project and not take it to completion, or I think it drives you fucking crazy.
Yeah, it's true.
I have a opposite problem. I can't ever finish anything. So that's why I was like super excited when like, the album got like signed or whatever, and we had a producer, because they're there to like finish it for you, because I'm great at start shit. And when I was licensing out artwork and stuff, it was awesome because I could like start shit and like make it someone else's problem and then just cash the checks. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's how I like to work. Like, I would be good like for ideas, and beyond that, like everything I've done is like right now, like I retiled the bathroom. It's all like pink and black down here, and it's real pretty. I spent like way too fucking long doing like this mosaic thing on the floor, pissed myself off doing it, and like just because I was wasting so much time on it. Then everything's done except I haven't put the trim around the door. I haven't painted around the window. I haven't done the plumbing to hook up the bathtub, and it'll probably never get done.
I mean, that's better than not putting the toilet back and still having a plastic bag in a hole.
Just like hot bagging it and dumping it down the hole. Yeah, I don't do that.
I think I am like the opposite of ADHD, where I can get like really hyper fixated, and
Definitely.
I love tedious shit. I love puzzles and just being like hyper focused on small menial stuff for hours.
And I wish I was more like that, but I'm not. Like, I will drive myself crazy. And I'm like kind of just like a lazy dude. Like, And it's frustrating because I'll go through phases. Some of it I think has to do with my epilepsy and the medication or whatever. And some days I'll be like that where I'm just like, holy shit, I'm getting so much done. And then I'm like mad that I got to go to bed and get to work because I got like more stuff I can do. And I'm like super motivated to do it. And sometimes I'll just call out. Like if I know that I'm like in the zone and I'm getting shit done and I don't got shit to do at work, like I'm not coming in. You know what I mean? Because like I want to stay on that like work high. Because most of the time, like today, like I really didn't do shit. Like I pulled out some things so I could look through some crap and get some like, an idea of what we might talk about or whatever. And it's just like I have that hoarding too, where it's just I have like scraps of paper with like phone numbers and like this weird shit. So I definitely have like some of that like hoarding, like your typical like weirdo hoarder quality. But most of my shit like is cool. I have a lot of like valuable shit and like cool shit. I'm trying to find a picture of my
Okay, Red Bike is blowing my mind in the chat and says cream cheese is from Philadelphia, New York, and not Pennsylvania. They're having a whole side quest going
sidebar.
on.
I don't eat cream cheese.
Philadelphia cream cheese is not from Philly. Like Philly cream cheese is not from Philly. I mean, it's another Philly, but that's not Philly.
There is a Philadelphia. Where is it from then?
Philadelphia, New York.
What? I know there's a new Philadelphia in Ohio. I have a picture here from like that same room that you showed the hoarder picture. Now that I know how to use this little image feature, I'm a fucking pro. So I don't really know how to present it though. Do I have to press something funny? What makes it like go up?
Add to stage.
Okay.
Dude.
So that's like my childhood room without my mom's like piles of shit
for the totes
in the way. That's my friend Karina. And that's one wall of toys. So the house is real bullshit. Like it's kind of like a cinder block house. Like literally, it's cinder block. Like so that wall with like the Misfit poster, that's just like fun tacked or taped or whatever, like straight like painted cinder block. That book cabinet thing, my dad had built those, so I had a place to put my toys because that wall is cinder block. So I had like this corner cinder block room.
You were in like a prison cell.
Yeah, kind of. It was, it was like poor people housing or whatever. So then on the other wall that you can't see, I had like regular shelves because it was like a sheetrock wall, and then the other wall had like a closet. So I had like more toys on the other wall. But yeah, I had started collecting toys when I was little. So after I like Batman Regret, I had like my Star Wars people and the little G.I. Joes and stuff that I played with. But then I felt like I got ripped off somehow. Like George Lucas scammed us because like Star Wars toys fucking sucked. You know what I mean? Like they had no articulation. They were like, they sucked. And there was so much better stuff out there. And then there was toys like that my parents couldn't afford to buy me that I needed to own. And I'm still like that. I'll still be buying toys like I wanted as a kid that because I got my big.
Everybody's saying, is that Pee-wee and the Pee-wee Herman doll? Oh, okay, I see it. This is like playing Where's Waldo.
Yeah, so I still have Pee-wee. I have a picture, like, and I did a post about that, like, because Pee-wee and Sinead O'Connor died, like, almost around the same time. I used to, under that Misfit poster, I had a picture of Sinead O'Connor over my head, like she kind of like a saint. Like, I don't know. I had a thing for Sinead O'Connor, and I liked that she was, like, kind of like Christian, and I don't know. I really thought she was ahead of her times, like, on what she was doing. I feel like she got a horrible rap and a bad way to go. But I had her picture over my, which reminds me, do you know what that thing is right there? Do you recognize what that is, Mal?
I don't see your mouse cursor if that's what you think I'm seeing.
Like, so if you just go directly under Misfits, you can kind of see like a blurry, like
like a postcard or something.
Yeah, I'll show you what it is. I have a bin. I brought some bins out. Um, weird shit. So this is like some of the stupid shit that like more like hoarder quality crap. And remember when they used to package CDs in these fucking ridiculous boxes?
Yes.
Well,
You collected them?
some I hung over my bed, and some I have the boxes. And like the funny thing is, they're actually like worth money. And then yeah, like New Order.
Why not liquidate?
That's where the hoarder comes in, Mom. The Jesus and Mary chain. Like some of these like rare, like not rare, but just like not mainstream ones, they could like fetch some like decent money. So I have thought of like selling some of them.
Staring at the sea.
Book of Love. I saw them in concert. I have like let's see, Pogues. You like the Pogues?
No.
No? Well, you should. You're fucking Irish, aren't you?
My name is Irish. We all got named Irish names, but
Martin Gore's Counterfeit LP.
that is maybe the best EP ever put out of all time. Motherless Child is one of the greatest, like just so amazing. I like that more than any Depeche Mode combined.
This one's worth money. It's Glenn Danzig's Black, right? Because it's like his sorry ass instrumental album. This shit's trash.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's garbage. It's all like synthy and like dramatic.
Oh.
And no bueno. But like you know, I like Misfits and all that shit. So yeah, I have like tons of these things, like the Smiths.
Mm-hmm.
And that's like some hoarder shit right there.
That really is. Like, packaging is sort of one of those layers of like.
And I don't know. I love advertising and I love like store displays. So like a lot of like my toys, if I can get like a store display, I like it. I used to, when I was a kid and I was buying like Cabbage Patch or Garbage Pail Kids cards and Wacky Package stickers and shit, like I would take, you know, if I was going to buy like 2 packs or whatever, and there was like 2 boxes, I would take all of them out of the one box and put them in the other box. So I could just take the whole box up to the counter and buy it so I could have the little box. So I have like a bunch of like Garbage Pail Kid boxes, like Batman card boxes and stuff.
Oh my god.
But I love packaging. But like how many people bought like Sisters of Mercy and kept the fucking box?
You.
Matt Reiser did.
Oh, Nora wants to see the shirt again. Nora, I sent you this in the group chat. Homies for life with me and Maddie. Looking all rad.
That shit's so funny.
Dude, it totally is. Sticker Mule is your friend. You can basically put any design into Sticker Mule, and for $19 they will mail you a t-shirt.
Is that where you got it?
Totally out of control. Matt, do you have any of those scratch and sniff stickers? Oh shit, the skunk, the pizza.
Yeah, I did. I have like somewhere, I'm not gonna pull it out, but I have like pencil boxes. You know, like you used to have pencil boxes, right, Mo? Like for school, like it's first day of school, you get your little pencil box. And
I had like the zipper pouch with the 3-ring.
Oh no, we had that like it went in the Trapper Keeper, but we had like when I was little, I had like a little like cardboard box, and yeah, it's full of like scratch and sniff and like ET stickers, and like it's pretty cool. I made like a little video on Instagram one time, but one thing I do have is, and I don't know if this one's mine or my brother's, but we both had them. It was for the '84 Olympics and sticker albums.
Dude.
I guess we were like really into Garbage Pail Kids.
They were huge.
Like anything
Nora
that,
was super into the Lisa Frank shit.
and these are some of them I think are worth money. Look, here's a for Nora unzipped Zach. Can you see it? There's probably like a Molly in here somewhere.
Probably. I was really into puffy stickers.
I love them.
And specifically, there were these puffy stickers that had like gasoline in them.
Gasoline. Oh yeah, where
They were
you
like dark green, oily.
psychedelic, you like push at it and it like made like the funny little.
Fucking love those.
I thought you were going to say the monster ones. I have the whole collection of those.
I love puffy stickers, but I don't know that my monster phase and my puffy sticker phase happened at the same time.
You couldn't avoid. There was like certain things, like in the 80s, you just couldn't avoid. Like you go to a Halloween party or whatever, and you were getting it, and then they were gone. Like you're saying, like dinosaurs. Like I remember we used to buy these little, and like in the collector world, they're called Chinosaurs. They're like these funny little dinosaurs. They'd come in a packet of dinosaurs. There was probably like a couple like legit dinosaurs, and then there was just some weird shit. Like I remember one was like a fat fat dragon, like a little blue dragon. One thing looked almost like an armadillo. Something looked like maybe like a pterodactyl or whatever. They were very like distinct designs. There was like this little Tyrannosaurus thing with its like head to the side and his arms all like jankety looking. And it was like these toys that were everywhere until they were not anywhere.
Jean says, I was really into wacky packs as a kid in the 70s.
I have a bunch.
Jean, you're going to have to message Matt and he will show you his wacky pack.
Yeah, I have a lot of wacky package stickers. I could actually get down. I don't know what they were called, wacky races or something. They were like car ones.
Okay, but so are you a hoarder if you actually know where your stuff is?
Well, I don't know where everything is the problem. And I don't know, like typically I'm like you where like, yeah, I know where shit is, but stuff happens, like you gotta do something quick or like whatever, and like, fuck, where'd it go? Like I was talking about things that are like super important. Like I had a fragrance with a character design on it, and I was like, where the fuck is those Lola Goth fucking perfume bottles? And I eventually found them there in one of the display cases, but I was like racking my brain because in my head, I think I had them in the kitchen for no particularly good reason, like where the glasses and stuff are. I'm like, here's a good place for them. And Autumn was probably like, oh, do we have to keep these here? I'm like, yeah. So I was like, guess not. And so it like fucked up like my logic. So like I didn't know where they were. But like if it's just like up to me, typically I know where like shit is for the most part.
So what do you think is like a sign that maybe you're collecting too much?
I'm definitely collecting too much, but
Nora says unless you keep straight garbage. That's true. The guy who lived below me in Koreatown collected tuna cans and newspapers. In a related story, we had cockroaches.
Right. And that's the thing. It's like I'm not gonna say there's no like rappers, but like there has to be like a reason for it. Like, the rapper's gonna be cool or something. You know what I mean? Like we had this like Yoda cereal box like on our refrigerator forever. I finally like thought we're throwing this thing out. Because like it gets ridiculous. And I had like I had a friend, like this girl I dated, who had gone to Portugal and had gotten me some kind of candy or some shit that was in a bag with a blonde Dracula on it. You know how Dracula's always got black hair? Well, I was blonde then.
Huh.
And she's like, I thought it was cool because like you're blonde and you're like Dracula or whatever. And like, so it was like she had got me this blonde Dracula bag and I had kept that, but then the mice had gotten into it and I just threw it out.
So I collect monsters, but I collect little ones, and they're all in my house plants, which is another one of my collections. Because I feel like monsters give your plants like all this like good energy and life.
Dude, that's so funny you say that. And I think on my phone I have a picture of it, but it'd be too hard to find. But I had ordered like some figures from somebody. They mailed them to me, and it was like 5 or 6 things. I only wanted one of them, and one of them was, I think her name was Evil Lynn. She's like He-Man, or like Skeletor's like side piece or whatever. So I just stuck her in like my wife's like one of her like planners, like stuck Evil Lynn in there, right? And don't you know, like 2 days later, something sprouted like right between her legs.
Oh, really?
Swear to God, she couldn't like get this fucking plant to grow for nothing. And I plant like Evil in there, and all of a sudden it's like growing. It's a little fertility goddess or something.
Oh
Like
my
started
God.
like sprouting, and I'm sure I took a picture of it because it was like right up her legs. You know what I mean? Like,
Okay, this is in one of the bedrooms, and the whole room is sort of Creature from the Black Lagoon. But you can see not only do I collect plants and Creature from the Black Lagoon in this room, but like there's like little monsters embedded in every bit of every plant, and I don't know. But I think it's still not cluttered. Like I feel like, yeah, that's a lot to be putting on your wall, and that's a lot to be putting in your window. Oh, I forgot. I also collect glass hearts. And I collect a lot of hearts. That's another thing that I collect.
but like,
Um,
see, your collection is clean. Like, if that was our windowsill,
like your plants would be dying from not having any light.
no, they would be getting. Well, we don't have like good like light like that coming in with the row houses and shit, but there would be soil on that nice windowsill from where like the cat smacked it and nobody cleaned up after it. There
Oh,
would definitely be cobwebs. There
cats
would
ruin
be
everything.
dust on everything. Okay, even before there's cats, we'll just say there's dust on everything. There'd be cobwebs. There's no way we would keep that clean. Neither
Oh,
her nor I like have it in us to like
oh, here's
dust shit
another
out.
windowsill.
That's
But again, monsters with plants. But I took this picture to show my Sacred Heart collection. So I have 2 Sacred Heart collections, and
Are those
um,
off eBay or where'd you get those?
dude, uh,
Mexico?
um, Rod was roasting me earlier by reminding me that my addiction has now gone to Timu, and boy has it. So a lot of those did come from Timu. I also got these hearts, or you just get them from wherever and you spray paint them gold. And then, but these hearts I got on Elvira Street, and I do miss that part of LA. I
I
miss
fucking
Elvira
miss it
Street.
too. Absolutely miss it. Miss Alvera Street. I miss the Garment District.
Yeah,
I guess Chinatown to some degree.
yeah.
But
I do
like,
miss being able to just go look at bullshit.
yeah. And I don't know, is it still there? Like, it was, I kind of refuse to go to LA anymore. Like, I don't think I've been back since Cat's wedding. It's depressing for me. Autumn's been back, but I don't know what's there. I don't even know what's still there. Like, I feel everything has been knocked down and they've built a condo. And you're just like, why? Who wants to live here if there's nothing here? Like, it doesn't make sense to me. You just tore down the cool shit that people will move there to live around
Yeah.
the house. Like, what are you going to enjoy? There's nothing there. You just a house, the weather, you know? So your friend Pammy or whoever, physical media. I uh I have a hack for that. Let me find this video.
I do still have, I don't have as many records as I used to. I sold a lot of them at Vinyl Fetish many years ago. I miss all those old like emo punk records that I had. I don't think I'll ever find them. That's not the kind of shit you'll ever find.
No, you will, like on eBay. Like,
Like
fuck, man.
on
Like,
Discogs or something, but I just mean like going through a thing and being like, oh shit,
do you want to do that though? Do you miss that?
I do. I
Fuck
do miss
it.
going through it and being like, oh fuck, oh here's all these like indie bands.
I hated that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I liked about eBay. Like, so there's 2 toys that come to mind. Like, I have and it's probably in that one picture of my room. Yeah, it was. Like the Shogun Warriors Godzilla. and this little dog is called like Daggett or Muffet or something from Battlestar Galactica. I was on. This is when I was still a kid. I was little. I was on such a quest to find those two toys. Like I'd find a Daggett, but its tail would be broken or whatever. And eventually I got, I found them or whatever. But it took years. It might have only been like 2 years or 3 years or whatever, but it felt like forever to find these toys. And then when eBay comes, like the shit's mint on card. And like when eBay first like came on the scene, like everybody who had like been hoarding these toys or whatever for all these years just like flooded the market. And it sucked because I was like living in Hollywood, broke and shit. I couldn't afford anything. I'd promised myself I'm not gonna buy any more toys, but that was like the best time to like score like the best fucking deals. But let me
What do you think your best deal ever was? Like the thing where you're like looking around going, dude, I can't believe this is right here.
The Godzilla was kind of like finding a unicorn because like I had been looking for it forever, and I think I had like I knew I could only pay like $5 or $10 for it or something like that, and the guy would probably ask like $5, and I was like, "Will you take four?" You know what I'm saying? I was always like talking people down, no matter what the hell like price they threw at me. I'd always like lowball them. It was just like in me, just because I kind of grew up in like a not my parents, but my uncles and my grandpa were like they did some antique wheeling and dealing a little bit. So I was kind of around that like environment where it was always just like I'm gonna try to put this video file up here. Always a little bit of like hustling going on.
And you got to take your old ones down.
I took them down. I still don't, I'm not sure how to like put it on the thing. I feel like it just like does it or something. There. Did it do something?
I might have undone it.
You see it. So this, Pammy, this is what I did with my VHS. I put little shells and like, cause I couldn't bring myself to get rid of them.
That's so rad.
So I'm like, well, I got this little vestibule I built that kind of buffers this room I'm in, and I have like that little dungeon door. I don't know if you saw it in the video. There's like a door that goes into like a workshop, which is the front part of my basement, and it's dusty and like it's crappy and stuff. So I wanted a little buffer. So I had that little area. I was like, you know what? Let me just build like some video store shelves or whatever. And that movie poster with the Flash Gordon, that's an actual Blockbuster marquee that someone
with the lights in it.
Yeah, like I don't have it plugged in or whatever, but like it's got the little chaser lights to go. It's super cool. And I got it for like a steal off a marketplace. Someone was just like had worked at Blockbuster when they were like going out of business or whatever. But yeah, like I love like the old having the videos, but I'm not gonna watch them. You can go on like Tubi and watch it. You know what I mean?
No, I like to watch the DVDs. I have a lot of DVDs because you get like the box set of like all the Outer Limits or all the whatever, and you can just like you don't have to watch any commercials. And
well, if you pay the $2 a month or whatever for Tubi, you want.
I am not. Tubi is actually free.
Yeah, I know. Tubi, but like Tubi doesn't really have commercials on like crappy shit. Like if you like if it's like a hot movie or whatever, it's gonna have a bunch more commercials. When you start watching like the Mexican horror movies and shit, they're like fucking commercials.
Shit I love is like Zombie Poster 7. Like fuck yeah!
It's got like a wrestler and shit.
I think I sent you this kid's one of his videos, but he says I didn't say it was good. I said I liked it. And like he goes over these like crazy movies. I fucking love that guy.
Right. And that is so the case. Like nobody said it was good. I just said I liked it. And that's so true because that's like everything in my life. Like I didn't say it was good. I
collect old movie posters too, but they're all reproductions. There's nothing special about them. If the house caught fire, I wouldn't think about them twice. So
that Godzilla poster, I have the real one, but the English version where it says
Godzilla
1985.
Nice.
My dad got me that actually in Hollywood when I was probably around 1985 because I wanted it, and I couldn't go to LA with him for whatever reason. I wanted to go to Hollywood so bad, and yeah, I think he paid probably more than my mom would have let him pay for it. He never really said. He was always weird about it, and it kind of sucks because it went unloved for a long time. But I have a frame now, and yeah, and I was
No,
buying.
mine are just like double
Sorry.
stick taped or whatever. There's
Yeah.
nothing special there.
No, I was buying legit movie posters off of eBay back in Hollywood. Like you could get them cheap then, but you got to think that was 25 years ago. You know what I mean?
Records. I had so many 25-cent records. I fucking loved to just discover something.
Uh-huh. Oh yeah, I used to. The reason I have as much vinyl as I have is because like I couldn't afford it on CD, or it wasn't on CD. You know what I mean? Like those like I don't know, some weird like Cure single or something. That shit just wasn't on CD or Sisters of Mercy stuff. Like it just wasn't available. You had to buy the vinyl.
I remember waiting for Nothing Shocking to come out without the stupid like plain wrap.
Was it like offensive or something?
Yeah, it was when the whole Tipper Gore thing was going on, and like you weren't allowed to have offensive lyrics and all that stuff.
Do you remember the Two Live Crew and they're like "Fuck Martinez" song?
I mean, I never heard Two Live Crew, but
They were
yes, I remember all of that.
ridiculous. Yeah, that's crazy, man. That's Al Gore's
And like they were
mom
puppets.
or wife or something. Who is that? Tipper Gore. Isn't that Al Gore's wife?
She's just like meddling. And actually, they've done all these studies, and maybe this is a whole nother show because it is a rabbit hole that I like, but of basically punk and heavy metal and how it doesn't make people angry. It actually makes people focused. It gives people hope.
Yeah.
It lets them project their anger onto something over people who sit in silence and like stew.
Yeah, you like sent me that like video of like Gen Xers living alone or some shit.
That was a good one.
Yeah. I mean, I never really got into metal like so much. So it's like I never needed that. Like I'd rather just stew in my depression. So let's put some fucking depressed mode on or some Cure or some shit.
Greg says Ocean Size is one of my favorite songs. I think for me, 3 days. But also Mountain Song, like 3, 4, when this wall of sound just comes at you is like just so powerful.
I think we talked about this. Jane says is that
You weren't a Jane's Addiction fan. I was a fucking Jane's Addiction fan. Saw him at the Palladium, was like screaming for Eric Avery, who didn't love me back for whatever.
He didn't love you back?
He didn't love me back.
That's a shame.
I nearly got crushed to death at the Palladium.
Did you talk to him? Did you like shake his hand?
No, I got a pick. I got a set list. Like we were against the gate, just getting crushed.
When like during Nothing Shocking tour, or when was it? Like they used to play Tucson a lot, like at the little like shitholes.
I think it was before. I don't know when it was. I'm not sure. Primus opened for them.
Yeah, they suck.
And I had never heard of Primus before, and I was like, "What is this?"
You like Primus?
I really did. They were so different. I thought they were just so freaking cool. I'd never seen flat bass before. I just thought it was magical.
They definitely have a fond. There's a Primus like pinball machine or some shit. That's something I collect too. I got 3 pinball machines, none of which are currently working properly.
How big is your house?
Well, you know, we go to the East Wing. We're looking at maybe. It's like 2,000 square feet, not including this basement area I built for myself. So we added another like, I don't know, like 400, 500 square feet down here.
I don't know what mine is, but I guess mine is such a split level. There's not like space for a fucking pinball machine. I got a pretty epic basement, but there's no space for that.
I feel like there is like that mold corner. Not that you'd want to put them in the mold corner, but like that's like a solid pinball space. Like I feel like your basement's super big.
It's big, but there's like I did bring one picture tonight just to show like my board games, because this is like a new collection I'm starting since I now have like a gaming area.
Yeah, I feel like you could probably get rid of some of those
I definitely could.
and like perfection. Like, do you play that?
No, perfection is the greatest. You can't convince me otherwise.
My
Perfection
anxiety
would
level is
cause
through the
me to
roof.
be
Is that
so
where you set
good,
the timer? It's like
and that shit
blows up.
was
Yeah,
fucking crazy. This is why I'm so good at diffusing bombs. No, at just being good under pressure. Because perfection, you just have to fucking just relax. Don't
yeah,
listen
you
to
like
the
tune it
ticking.
out.
Do what you need to do. Stop getting freaked out. Do what you need to do.
I used to do that like when we were like playing like Mario whatever. Turn the volume off and you're like, this game is so fucking easy without that like wacky like you know what I'm saying? Like it gets you all like hyped up. Just shut that off and you can beat that game like asleep. Like it's
Oh,
so
really? It's
yeah,
all
it's so
yeah,
dumb because
Tetris
all that
too. Just turn
psychological.
it off and like
Yeah, tune it out,
handle
man.
the task at hand. All right, let me see. What else do I got? So I collect Victorian tin types.
That's pretty cool.
And these are like the small ones, like 2x3 ish.
Uh-huh.
And I put them into like the hard sleeved, like baseball card holders. And then I just double stick tape them to the wall in sort of a pattern that kind of makes sense. And now I feel like that wall is done. Like I don't have any more walls. So I'm not allowed to buy anymore.
Right, you kind of get to the point like where you're just like, fuck. And I'm like you, where it's like pro tip number 2 or whatever, put the shit on a wall. You know what I'm saying? Like start buying stuff you can hang up instead of like on a shelf or like on the floor. Like furniture's out of the question. Pinball machines are done. Like you
Yeah.
gotta like, that's where taxidermy comes in handy and stuff is like hang shit on a wall. It's a miracle the wall behind me is like stayed like clear.
I do have a picture of some of my taxidermy in the center, hard to see, but it's a little rodeo chick, and I just thought he was so cute.
These adorbs.
And that squirrel is Betty Butterball. She was my first friend that I made here in Michigan, and she died of natural causes, I think. Although I think she was kicked out of her nest because it was very cold, and I think they were being a dick and they kicked her out.
Did you
Um,
suffer?
Yes, I did. And I have the cutest picture of Betty, like walking up to me, just like, "Hi, how are you today?" And she had kind of this derpy little like trot
Uh-huh.
coming up to me. And so that was the picture that I gave them of like, this is what I want my squirrel to look
Oh,
like. And then they gave me this like skinny, derpy squirrel
because they
that
get her. I thought like when I asked like, did you stuff or like did you? So you paid
no,
to have her
no, I
stuff.
had her done. Yeah. I had her done and she's all skinny and it doesn't really even look like her. And then I feel bad. So that's why when Paloma died, I didn't stuff her because it's not really them. It's like Pet Cemetery. It's not really them.
Yeah, we have like this friend of sorts who does taxidermy, and she's very good. So, because these like your run of the mill taxidermists, they buy a form, like a styrofoam form or whatever,
Yeah.
and they put it on it. But like a real
Cotton
taxidermist
balls.
builds that form up and like, or they'll actually like mold the cat's like skull or whatever that's like meat before like they'll skin it and like mold its meat and cast some foam in that, like and make it look like where it's like that looks like your animal or whatever.
Yeah. Not this one. And I think it was like $400 or something.
Yeah.
No, Nora, I did not raise her. She was just a squirrel that I made friends with that kept coming to my back door when I first moved to Michigan. And she became the most trusting. She would just like sit against my leg and eat. And she was just so sweet and wonderful. And I loved her very much. And the bird is a European roller, I believe. Another eBay find.
Someone's asking me, do I know Christopher from Vinyl Altar? I've never even heard of Vinyl Altar. Dracula's Ball. So like my Patrick story is like when I first moved, like he used to advertise in Newgrave, so I knew him from taking his money. And and then when I came to like Philly, they had a stupid CD shop or something, and he's like, "Do you have any Fear Cult CDs?" And I brought a bunch down, and he wasn't there, and I dropped him off, and the dude like, no, he stiffed me. He like never paid me, so he was like always like kind of on my like shit list.
Oh my
And
God.
I would like see him around, and he always had like questionably young girlfriends, and like he a scuzzball, like in my opinion. So like that's how I feel about him. But I have been to Dracula's ball, but it's so stupid. He's like one of those dudes that got like permanent fangs in his mouth and shit.
Hmm.
And like I think he thinks he's a vampire. Like we snuck into like this Anne Rice lecture at the university or some shit. Autumn wanted to go real bad, and we're like didn't have tickets, so we just acted like we did. And we got into there, and which was super awkward because it started like filling up, and like there wasn't like assigned seating, but like there was clearly people that had to stand, and you're just like, oh shit, we probably took their seats, whatever. Oops, they didn't. They should have done a better job checking. Anyhow, he was like the opening like lecture guy or whatever. It's super pretentious, but I do have a collection of Dracula stuff. I might have a picture here.
Oh yeah, you have that big blow mold that I sent you one of.
Oh yeah, I don't have that picture handy. I took a picture of one of my Dracula shells. I have multiple Dracula shells. I love Dracula. Let's see. Let me try to remove. How are you so good at this? Remove from studio.
There are very few things that I'm good at in this world, Matt.
That's not true. Being a fucking asshole.
Check.
I got that one mastered.
Remember Count Duckula, Circle of One S?
Count Duckula. Is that which was that one that was like a kid's cartoon that had like a little tooth in the middle? Like was that Count Duckula?
He only had one fang?
Yeah, I think his name was maybe it was a werewolf like that. Yeah. He had like
Tammy
one.
wants to know how the concert was. Ben doesn't want to talk about the Phantom AD because Matt doesn't like the Phantom AD because Ben thinks he's cool. He better. The Phantom AD was fucking awesome. It's like rock and roll, and he's doing like Elvis shit, and his little afro is all wiggling, and he's making faces and doing like guitar solos, and like that place was like 90% dudes, and they were so into it. I just had to like step to the sidewall and let the boys have it. It was fantastic. It was cheesy. It was corny. It was awesome. And they played all the hits, and it was just so good. The two opening bands, they were interesting, but once the Phantom AD came on, and he was so generous with me, I didn't even, I had a picture of it. Hey, Ben, if you're in the back of the chat, could you upload the picture of me with the Phantom? He signed all my records. He was so awesome.
Why wouldn't he? He's like as accessible as like the dude who works at 7-Eleven. Like, stop.
I know you think that he's not a superstar, and I'm here to tell you that I think that he is.
I can guarantee you he sold more records than me. So what?
Well, he has more records than you out. So
Yeah,
he signed
so
3
what?
of mine.
They all suck. You know what I mean? Like
It's good, cheesy, corny, like monster rock and roll.
it's kid shit. Like, and of course he comes up on my feed, because I like stupid. You would think I would like it. God, he looks
Yay!
and like
He
I
was so
totally
wonderful.
yeah, what's he got like a jean jacket on or
Yeah,
whatever?
he's just a kid.
He's not a kid. He's probably like our age. Don't kid yourself.
Bro, he's like 30 or something.
He's like definitely 40.
And he was just very sweet. He was very generous. He was very awkward. And he signed his stuff, and then I awkwardly told him like, I tagged you in my basement because I think you should come do a photo shoot in my basement. And then I got kind of quiet, and I was like, oh, I guess I overstepped my. I'm like, I'm not trying to get you in my basement, bro. Like,
Creeped him out.
I'm not fangirling you, okay? Your grandma still owes me $275 for babysitting your mom, but you could come to my basement and do some photos, and I think they would.
I think he should, and like if he had a brain, he would. Like why?
But he actually lives off Vermont, someplace like by where I lived in Koreatown.
Island. So he's like an LA dude.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can tell. I mean, because there just isn't shit like that in Michigan. But
I mean, there probably is. There might be.
But you have a lot of taxidermy. So getting back to taxidermy, like
Tons of So I went through a phase. I don't have a picture of them because like I suck, but I have a whole collection of black taxidermy birds. There's my Dracula.
oh my gosh.
Speaking of like stuff like I don't know the hoarder or collection or whatever, like dead center there is the Monsterizer, and I bought that new at KB Toys, and it was one of those like things that was on clearance in the back of the store for a while. They had a couple of them. They'd been open and kind of fiddled with or whatever, and I made sure to get like the best one. And like it was, I think it was like $4 or something. It was more money than I wanted to spend, but like I was like, screw it, I'm just gonna get it, you know. And I'm so glad I get it. That's like a $1,200 toy.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's super rare. And like it sucks. Like during COVID, when we were just like in front of our computers, toy prices went through the roof. Like I don't know where like these kids like nobody seems to have a job, but everybody seems to have like money to buy like dumb toys. And like I'm just not accustomed to spending like current prices on stuff. I'm cheap. And, like I want to get a good deal. And I have some creature stuff. One thing I have that I don't have a picture here of is well, actually, hold on. I kind of have one in this picture. Let me try to remove this. But like, yeah, I love Creature of Black Lagoon, but again, there's too much competition for that stuff. Like to get
I love the creature, but it has to be a certain face.
a certain face.
Yes, because they're not all the same. And sometimes he can look evil and I don't see him as evil, or he can look really derpy, which sometimes a little derp is good, but not always.
I don't know how to share it. I think you have. I can put the picture, but I don't think I can share it. So one thing,
I like that one that's towards the right that breathes the fire as it walks.
yeah. So that like talking about toys that were everywhere until they weren't.
Yeah.
Those little guys. I have a store display of them, like their little countertop display.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a bunch of them, and they were everywhere until they weren't, you know. And then you're just like, what happened to them? They're gone.
And you remember there were those like trigger things where you would pull it and it would open up and spark?
Yeah, again, where like you don't even see that stuff. Even like I have like some of those like sparky toys from like Japan. It's the same thing, not the ones that like open up, but that just like a disc that spins and there's like little clear plastic and you can see the sparks in there.
Mm-hmm.
Like those were everywhere.
Here's a couple of more of my creatures. Not really. I was trying to show my Virgin Mary collection. But yeah, there's just a lot of creatures, but it's not all creatures that I like. So
is there like not to get personal, is there like a sexuality to the creature?
To me, there's no sexuality. Like that Shape of Water movie came out and I fucking hated it.
Yeah, that was, well, I didn't hate it, but it was
gross. It was not good.
Yeah.
It's that sort of like old-fashioned romance, like the chasing of the girl and the longing and like wanting the girl. Because to me, The Creature from the Black Lagoon is a romance movie. And if it is a horror movie, then it's us that are the fucking monster because he saw a beautiful lady and he just wanted to be a part of her life. And for that, they decided that they were going to like capture him and torture him and throw him in a cage and study him and all this stuff. And if you really watch it, like he doesn't like proactively go and attack anyone. He's really just trying to defend his right to live.
Yeah, it's kind of like I think it's one of Universal's movies that like if the character wasn't so good, like the character design wasn't so good, it probably would have gotten like forgotten about. Because it's sort of slow moving, like in a way, I feel like. You know, it's not like some of the whereas like Bride of Frankenstein, where I think is like a wonderfully done movie that nobody really cares about it. You know, some people like Bride of Girl, whatever. I would say a lot of these like movies, people like will dress like the Bride of Frankenstein and never even have seen the movie. But it has like
I never got into Frankenstein. I just wasn't
I
really.
like I like all the Universal monsters. Um, but and I collect them. I have tons of them. And I have boxes of them. What was I going to say though with something about the creature? You know, a lady. Oh yeah, like with the. I think there's like the reason I asked about the like the sexuality of it is like I feel like there is a like a fetish almost. And there's a book when we're talking about our prized possessions or whatever. I'm going to go ahead and talk about it now. There's this book called Horror Movies. It was written by this guy Dennis Gifford, and it was in the libraries when we were kids, and it was constantly checked out. And you had to sign up on a reserve list to wait to have it. Sometimes they wouldn't even let kids check it out. You just had to like look at it at the library or whatever, which was super annoying. And looking in that book, just that like weird juxtaposition of like a female being held by like this like lizardy creature has like it's like it has like a weird vibe to it that I feel like some people kind of like.
Yeah, I can see where you're going with maybe like our fantasy stuff, but for me, like there's just something kind of like, I don't know if the word's wholesome, but like exciting and fun about like the screaming people and the giant lizard and like
Yeah.
it's like monsters. I mean, a lot of my monster posters is like a giant crab creature with a lady screaming and like ladies in
Uh-huh.
bathing suits, like, and that's just part of the whole, like, I don't know, genre or whatever.
Yeah, no, definitely. It's all that drive-in picture. What's your favorite Dracula movie? Um, Probably the Nosferatu Klaus Kinski from the 70s. I fucking love that movie. I have that poster. Um,
Not Blackula.
uh, Autumn and I were watching Blackula not too terribly long ago. Blackula's pretty good. You know what? Like, speaking of Blackula, the Brooklyn Vampire, whatever, like that one with Eddie Murphy. It's not horrible. It kind of has like a decent story, you know.
Oh,
Like,
really?
yeah, it's not bad. It's like funny, I guess, but it's like the way they do like the Egyptian stuff. I don't know. I thought it was like, yeah, Vampire in Brooklyn. It's not bad.
Yeah, Vampire in Brooklyn.
For like a stupid one. Like whereas like Blackula's clearly that's not that bad a movie either, really, for like what it is. I mean, I didn't say it was good. I said it wasn't that
I didn't
bad.
say it was good. I said I liked it. And I love his little accent too when he does it because he's like from the South or something.
I forget. Wasn't it supposed to be in LA though?
In Vampire
Blackula?
in Brooklyn?
No, Blackula. Weren't they like in some like warehouse situation or something? Like some drug deals going on? I don't know. I feel like there was like a crime drama going around it. I'm trying to think like the plot of it even.
No idea.
It's like on Tubi too.
Yeah, Tubi. I have the longest list of shit to watch.
So like Greg brings up favorite vampire Salem's Lot. Have you seen that movie, Mom?
It was scary. That was scary.
You know what? Being a hoarder, Greg, and being a toy collector and a hoarder, you notice things in movies that some people might not notice. And like the shit in that kid's room, bro, you got to rewatch that movie. He's got all the good shit. He got the little Aurora model kits. I got that stuff, but he has like statues. He has like some super rare toys and stuff because it was all like, you know, of the time or whatever. And it's like whoever did the set dressing was like, they got some good shit in there. He has like cool stuff in his room, like toy wise.
Yeah, I don't think I have any more pictures of toys. I think one of the first things I started collecting inadvertently was my dad used to take us to Knott's Berry Farm. And my dad has always been very much into natural history and fossils and dinosaurs. And we would go dig for clamshells over by where I grew up. And we would get geodes like all the time. And it was just the most magical thing that you pick a geode because you have like a feeling about it. and then your feeling was like cut right in front of your face, and then he would let you be the first person to put eyes on the inside of this and the first person to put your finger in it. And like, to me as a kid, that was just like so magical that like this little like bubble formed and became so beautiful, and it's all yours now. And so a lot of these, I could even tell you which ones are from Knott's Berry Farm from back in the day. And those are, you know, from when I was 10 years old or whatever.
Autumn and I bought a geode at the cave in Tucson. We have like this shitty little cave, colossal cave, I think it's called. And one time we went back to Tucson. We're like, let's go to the cave, and they had like geodes in the gift shop, and we bought one, but we never opened it up. It's
Oh, really?
yeah. So we got this fucking rock somewhere. Like hopefully we'll remember like what's this, you know, like we'll remember what it is.
I'll just blow through some of my other rocks. I do collect a lot of rocks. And like I'll pick it up on the beach someplace and think, I'm totally going to remember getting this specific rock for this specific time. Like, I have no idea.
You should have dated it and put it like
a lot of those red stacked ones on the right came from the Grand Canyon and Sedona.
Sedona's a weird place. That's funny that you talk about that, because we were talking about that a little bit. Like part of like, if you're in the chat and if you're a hoarder, like announce yourself, because I'd be curious. Like for me, a lot of it is like, you know, there's the nostalgia and the memory, because like I feel like my memory sort of kind of sucks on a lot of times. So like I like to keep things that remind me of stuff. And I do like to go, like every now and then, if I'm bored or whatever, I'll just get one of my boxes and I'll just like pillage through and just see like what's in it. And it's like better than watching TV, like for me, you know, because you'll see like funny little things where you're like, the other day I came across like my junior high, they had like this sorry like little newspaper or whatever, and people had they could pay money and write a little letter to you, like your secret admirer or whatever. And there was this girl like I had such a crush on, Missy Norton, and she had put it, you know, hey, mad at whatever, something, and it like, you know, you feel like all cool that day or whatever. Because everybody reads it, you know, and they're like, ooh, Matt got a little mention or whatever, a little cameo. It's like the cameo before cameo of like the junior high. And just seeing stuff like that, like you forget all about it. Like you never even crosses your mind. And then you're just like, oh, wow, that's so cool, you know? And for me, that's like, I definitely do that type of thing a lot. And I say dumb stuff. I save everything.
Rod says this show is making me feel like a total minimalist. Well, good, because I haven't even scratched the surface of all the bullshit in my house. So
I don't know, Mal, how do you feel like when you walk into like a minimalist house? Like I'm super uncomfortable.
Like I wonder if they don't have any like personality. Don't they like love anything?
And that's like, I wanted to almost say like the most interesting people have like they're hoarders, but like that's not true all the time. You know, it's like I don't know. I'm not a big fan of Elon Musk, but I would say he's probably pretty interesting. And I don't think he really owns a whole lot of shit.
You don't think he collects anything?
Probably not.
Yeah, I don't know. Like a collection is just like what sparks your fancy, like what makes you feel like jazzed. And I would think it'd be kind of a sad world where things wouldn't be so amazing that you want to keep it, and then like you find another one like sort of like it, and then it just becomes like a whole wall. Or
yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't know what to do. Like you come in and like, where do you set your keys? Like anything you do, it like, just messes everything up.
Are off limits. Like my dining room table. Let me see if I have a picture in my dining room.
I couldn't get a picture of mine because it's full of shit.
Oh yeah, I mean, let's see. So
any like a flat surface, fucking forget about it.
I don't know if I have a picture of my dining room. I'm in my Z shit folder.
No, I definitely like if there's a flat surface, and I start out little. Autumn says I over decorate, which probably do.
Oh, because, well,
It keeps
does
going.
she collect as much as you do or
Well,
no?
she didn't used to like historically like it was like her stuff for like work, fashion, rolls of fabric, zipper, and all that kind of stuff, like sewing machines and knitting machines, things like useful things. But then like just recently she like started collecting these funny little like when like Labubu stuff was like popular. Like she has like a bunch of like Labubu toys and like the little the skull panda. They're kind of like cutesy little Japanesey Chinese anime looking dolls, and they're cute. They're like okay or whatever, but she has tons of them. And I don't know what caused her to buy them.
I
I
don't
think
think I have a normal picture of my dining room, but here's some like weird fisheye thing. But like
yeah,
there's nothing on my dining room table. Like that
you're not.
is for all the projects of the day.
So you have like your own rules that you set boundaries.
Yeah, like I mean those surfaces are pretty covered in stuff, but
Do you dust it? Like, do you dust?
no. I mean rarely. The wood furniture will get oiled, and the plants do get kind of gross every once in a while, but you're pulling them down to repot them or whatever anyway. And I try to just be sort of careful. I'm not really a big like open all your windows, although here I've been opening my windows a lot because it's hot and I'm cheap and I don't want to run the
Yeah.
air.
I would open my windows if I could get to
Oh my
them.
gosh.
Some of them are that situation, but some of them are just like kind of painted shut and like I don't know, like our house is old and like opening window, you slide the window up and just paint chips fall down and shit. You know what I mean? So it's like I moved around so much, and like let's see, Rod saying practically everything where I live now is finally my first permanent residence. Um, do you wish you could have kept more stuff? Like I'm trying to read some of these.
Nora, it says in German you'd call that a Luften, like Luften shit into the trash can. Is that like a minimalist or is that like the maximalist? Yeah, I'll just go through the rest of my pictures. I do collect some weird stuff too. This was the first picture I took. I don't know why. I guess because I was sitting there. I have hundreds of fucking spools of thread. Hundreds.
That's
And
weird.
I mean, I do sew. I do a lot of sewing. Well, I haven't really since I moved here, but um, you got to have the right thickness and the right color for everything. And then when it gets like old and rotten, then you use it as basting thread so you don't throw away like the really old, scraggly, cheap shit. I don't know. Like if there's a really like a sign of me having a problem, like that, a lot of that thread could go, and I
Uh,
would never know.
yeah, like I mean, thread. Like so, another hack is you could get like a store display, like they have we have them at my parents' house, like little drawers where the like the say you used to go to a little like market or whatever, the little general merchandise store or whatever, and they would have like little drawers where like the thread goes.
Yeah,
So
this is
like
like a big bin, and
it's
there's
not
something about that sound of digging through it while you're like doing a sewing project that's sort of fun.
are you I don't remember, are you where you would like say you did put them in a bin, are you the type that like would color code everything and have like a gradient of greens and stuff?
I mean, that's probably like really chaotic, but I do have like I have a couple. I didn't even take a picture of my sock drawer, and I have a couple hundred pairs of fucking socks, and they are in order of length. And so you like kind of already know like where your sock is because you want to wear the piranha socks, and those are crew socks, so they would be in like the crew aisle. And so yeah, I mean, I'm very organized, and that's how I can have so much shit and not let it be like chaotic. But with thread, like it doesn't matter. You're gonna dig through it anyway. Um, and
Yeah,
so it doesn't need to be in order.
luckily I'm not like when I was like in the club days or whatever, I definitely had outfits and clothes and stuff, but not anymore. I have like work clothes, which is essentially uniform, and then what I'm wearing now, like I just wear the same essentially black shirt and stretch pants like every day of my life because I'm not interested. Like I have some nice jackets and things of that nature, but like I'm just not into like buying clothes. I put like one picture up. I don't know how to get it up there.
Okay, let me do it. This one?
Um, and one thing with my collection, I just kind of throw like whatever together. I will have like those like collections where, or the displays where it's all Dracula or monster movie stuff. But then I like so much random stuff that where I'll just find a place for it, just shove it in the cabinet somewhere until it's like full. And I like the way that looks because it looks more like an antique store or something. And if I go in a house that's minimal and they don't got stuff, like I'm uncomfortable. And I feel like some people will come into our house and they're just like overwhelmed. They're like, there's too much going on, and start like.
I guess to me it looks like a rental.
What's that?
A rental or like a motel.
Yeah. And it is nice sometimes when you're like on a work trip and there's just like you're in a like super clean motel. Like it is kind of like nice, but like I can't live that way. And it's always nice when I redo a room. Like when I first redid the basement, which was the last essentially room I did, like everything's brand new, the wallpaper's new, everything's painted nice, it's clean, the carpet's clean, the cats haven't come down or nothing. And you're just like, oh wow, I'm gonna keep it like this forever. And like 2 seconds later,
and then the tubs come in.
2 seconds later, it's a dump. And I used to, like when I had redid the chapel room, I used to just go. I wouldn't even live in that room. I was living in the back bedroom. I would just go in there and appreciate it for its like newness or whatever, and then
I'm surprised. Are you gonna upload a picture of the chapel
I
room?
don't have it. Like I sent you guys one, and it's too hard. I got too many damn pictures, and I'm totally unprepared for this. I had made a video, but that upset my wife, so I wasn't gonna post it.
Oh, of the.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you showed it to us. Well, while you look for it, I'll just blow through a couple of these other bullshit pictures. Here's a lot of books that I probably haven't read, so there just goes that. And I do collect milk glass. This is about half of what I had. There's a tiny little chicken on the top left in front of that big fat chicken. And that little tiny chicken was my grandma's that was in the center of her kitchen table, and it had one pat of butter to last her all day for her raisin toast. And she would put it out at night so it was nice and soft in the morning. And I think that's where my whole milk glass thing started. My grandma loved milk glass, and I just think there's something really classy. I love that you're only looking at texture and shape without color. And that's sort of like when I think about collections, to have one thing in common with it. I think that makes your collection look a lot cleaner if you don't collect glass of every color and you keep it to one category.
Yeah, definitely.
I collect some stupid ships in a bottle.
No, that's super cool. I could see falling down that hole.
And I collect toothpaste from all over the world. I probably have 50 tubes of fucking toothpaste, and I love it because every day that you want to like go brush your teeth, you're like, who do I feel like today? Do I want to do some black licorice? Do I want to do some clove? Do I want to do a berry? Like, I fucking love stupid toothpaste. And if you go non-fluoridated, like the rest of the world doesn't fluoridate their toothpaste, people.
Yeah, I was reading something like it's not. There's some kind of toothpaste that like regenerates your teeth or something. I don't know if it's true or not. Probably
hydroxyapatite. It's a smaller molecule. It's softer. You don't get fluorosis of your teeth. It's a whole fucking thing, people. Like my dental hygienist will tell me what a good brusher I am, and like how my teeth are like so great for an almost 52-year-old woman. And then she'll go to give me the little Crest sample, and I'm like, oh, no, thanks. I don't do fluoride. You don't do fluoride? Your teeth are going to fall out of your head. Like, you just complimented my teeth.
You just said I had like no
hour. What do you
Um,
mean? I'm
no,
doing right.
yeah, I do fluoride, and my teeth are falling out of my head. Like our dental bills are like awful.
Yeah,
It's
so
so bad.
hydroxyapatite is something. I mean, if you think about it, Maddie, like you break your leg bone and it will heal, but you have to have the right conditions for it. And so why do we think that like the second you have a cavity, it can't? Because I have had many times, because I am no stranger to sugar in my face 24 hours a day. And they'll say, "Oh, we're gonna watch this little spot," and the
Uh,
next time I go for a cleaning, they don't mention shit, and it's just gone.
so you have no cavities?
Not that I know of.
Wow.
I
There's
mean,
not.
now they try to sell me on these like fluoride treatments because they know, like, they marked somewhere in my little thing that I don't do fluoride. And
I don't.
so now I just won't go to that dentist, and I'll go to a new dentist from scratch, and they'll say, "We need your records." And I go, "I don't really have them. Just take a look at my face from scratch." And then they're like, "Oh yeah, you're doing really well." Like, well, you know,
It's probably better that way because they'll run scams anyhow. And like I've heard, like I've had people go to like the dentist and dentist like, oh, everything's great, and then they'll go to like another dentist and they're like, yo, you have like 8 cavities.
right? But they just need a BMW payment. I'm convinced. Like hot, cold, corn chips, whatever, it doesn't matter. Like I don't have any
I mean, you
issues. My
look at
dad's 91. He's got all of his teeth, so.
my thing is this, like I know when I have a cavity because either the tooth broke off or and it hurts. It hurts. You know what I'm saying? Like
Oh,
they were
okay.
like, my tooth hurts, and it's like a whole crown and like a situation. I'm trying to like, I don't want to like put a wrong video up. Like I have some videos, but like they're not playing right now. The chapel,
Okay.
and I'm
Um,
scared.
Maddie,
Go
Maddie,
ahead.
you like pumpkin pie?
Mm-mm.
No? Okay.
No,
What kind of flavors do you like?
I like peppermint.
You just like peppermint?
I would never brush my teeth with anything other than like
Are
a
you
mint.
kidding? There's like basil and cilantro and chocolate. Like there's so
Cilantro.
many
I
good
don't even know what
black
the fuck cilantro.
mulberry.
Isn't that like a spice you put on like pasta or something?
What is?
Cilantro. What's that taste like?
It's good. It's that one's a little bit minty. It's like cilantro mint, but the basil one is really good.
No, I don't
I
need
think
all
close-up's fluoridated.
that. What about close up? Yeah, I'm
People
sure.
without fillings can chew tinfoil. What if they don't have the metal fillings?
I can't chew tinfoil because I don't like the texture.
Well, yeah, it does sound terrible.
It gives me the creeps.
And just like there's just you're missing a whole world. If anybody, I haven't done bubble gum. I don't think I have any bubble gum. That reminds me too much of being like a kid at the dentist. I'm trying to find a good lemon toothpaste, something very fresh. Everything I've found so far either tastes like one of those like lemon sandwich cookies or a urinal cake, and I just want like lemon. If anybody has a good lemon referral.
Go to like
Um,
foreign countries. Like they have like healthier stuff.
but that's the thing, Maddie. Like, not to get into another fucking thing about fluoride, but you know, you find these like Neanderthal skulls, and they didn't have Swiss cheese teeth, and they didn't have fluoride. You
They,
see people in like third world countries with this beautiful grill of like perfect white teeth.
I was surprised as a kid. We'd find skulls and stuff, and not human. Wouldn't find those. Like one time on my grandpa's farm, me and my cousin, we decided to like go to the end of the property, and we walked, through grass as tall as we were and everything else because we were just like, we're going to see how much land grandpa owns. And we wanted to see what the end of the property looked like because he had told us there's like a lagoon and all this shit. And so we walked there, and every summer we had like told ourselves we're going to do it, and then we'd start and like, this is some bullshit. And we bailed. Anyhow, we went out there one time. We came across like some cows that had died and were nothing left but bones. And it was around the time Return of the Jedi was like on the movies. And so we collected all this vertebrae and all these bones and stuff, and we made these like Ewok sticks with like shit all tied on these
Oh
bones
yeah.
and stuff. And my brother was super jealous, and he made my dad drive him out there in a tractor and all this shit. But We had gotten the good stuff at that point. But I was surprised to see like the animals did have cavities. There was definitely like tooth decay and like holes and stuff in their tooth. And the cow, what are they eating? They're eating grass all day.
Well, yeah, I don't know. Basil toothpaste is my fave. See, Rod knows.
Did you say
CJ, Colgate whitening mint flavor.
That's
Jesus,
like
I don't even. And aren't you vegan, sir? And like, do you have any idea how much bullshit is in that?
I don't like baking soda, like toothpaste. Like I could taste
Oh
like
yeah, no.
with baking.
Or
I could
the
taste
hydrogen peroxide.
it. Yeah, I could taste it. It's
Nope.
sick.
Nope.
I wish I could.
Totally
Yeah,
gross. Okay, I have a question for you though.
sure.
Do you have any seasonal decor that you just put out for the season, or is your house year round the same?
Well, being a hoarder, we have had the season of Christmas trees being up like till August and shit like that. Like that's definitely happened, which is just an award of sorts for hoarding. Um, yeah, like there's plans. A lot of times there's plans to like, oh, this Christmas let's decorate. You know what I mean? So we'll set the tree up and we'll decorate it. And we ended up buying a black Christmas tree and black Christmas bulbs and stuff. And I put like a King Kong on top for like star.
Rod.
and the cats like start climbing up into it and stuff. So it kind of killed that. And I had like, how they made like Christmas ornaments. I love Christmas. I do love Christmas. And I always like when I built the chapel and the mantelpiece, I had made little hooks where we could hang stockings and stuff. But like the follow through is never there. It just the want, the desire, but like we
Your
never
chapel is so amazing. I wish that I could find a picture of it real quick. Like
you got it. Like I can't get that. Like I sent you guys a video that time, like in the chat or whatever.
bro,
I know we
it's
talked.
like a sea of AI fucking garbage.
Like, and that's the trouble. Like I have so many pictures on my phone. There's like finding it's impossible.
Our group chat is
I would be
rough.
And the dumb video I took today was to like roast my wife, so I can't like put that picture in.
Okay, all right. I will scroll. Hey CJ, if I didn't say hello. Basil toothpaste is made by a company called Green Beaver, I believe. And that one's pretty good. They make a cilantro too. Well, here is one picture. This isn't like the big, I don't know if it was like a fireplace mantle that I have pictured in my head.
Like I have it on my Instagram. Easy
Yeah,
enough.
I'm screenshotting right now.
That works. Do you do Instagram on the computer, Mom?
Yeah.
Speaking of hoarding, also yeah, there we go.
Dabur, yeah. Dabur is they do a lot. They do a clove one. I don't think it's as good. In fact, there's one clove one that tastes like straight up Vicks Vapor Rub. I don't know what the fuck they did, but it's really terrible.
I had a coworker.
It's fun. It's like, remember when we used to play Candy Roulette and like you just weren't really sure. You just pick a toothpaste and you're like, fuck that. And like it just makes you laugh and you have a good day.
Yeah, but like I can understand us like screwing around and doing it, but to like just do it like on your own with nobody watching, that's
I'm not a gambler. Let me have some fucking fun.
That's creepy. So yeah, that's what my wife would call over decorating. So
Okay.
I built all that mantelpiece.
I'm so glad I'm not sharing my screen. This fucking chat.
I built that mantelpiece. I could probably like drum up some pictures of it getting built easier than I could find like a picture of it built.
All right, I'm scrolling way back and I'm not finding any.
But no, this is good. Like speaking of like blow molds, you know how we were talking? Didn't you just buy some blow molds or something, Molly?
No, my idea was that I wanted to do a I wanted to do a nativity scene, but with Halloween blow molds. And you can have like 3 little wise ghosts and stuff. And
Uh-huh.
but then I just figure, one, you said they're all gonna get ganked, and like
Yeah.
2,
Well,
I don't know. I'm
that's
not
expensive.
a holiday decorator. In fact, I've been doing a lot in my yard, and I was gonna do sort of like a little bit of a cemetery vibe, but I think I've decided it's gonna be more like Medusa, ruins, like weird
That's good.
plants kind of a
Yeah.
thing.
Do
Because I
you know
don't want it to be like kitschy Halloween outside.
there was a movement in the Romanticism period where they built ruins, like, these are people with a lot of money and a lot of land or whatever, and they purposely built structures that look like ruins. So like if you froze, if you were to like just stumble across it, you're walking with your girlfriend or whatever, you're like, ooh, look, old castle was here one day or whatever. But it totally wasn't. It was like built to look like that. Kind of like a Disneyland type of thing, like on people's property. So I could see that as like a cool, like romantic sort of, like statues that are kind of broken or whatever.
Yeah, I got some really fucked up ones. I don't even know where to begin that adventure, but
Put that
um,
put that chapel picture back up if you have it, because I wanted to point
yeah.
out a full mold that
Oh
you
yeah,
should.
sure. Give me a second.
So if you look between the two big saint statues on the right, do you see that little elephant on the
It's like
base?
a little gray watering can.
Yeah, do you have one of those?
I think I have 3 of them.
Okay, then we're on
And
the
then I
same.
have a red one.
I have 3 of them too.
Do you?
I buy them whenever I see them. Like it's one of those things. Like I figured, like you got plants and you like blow molds, and it's a Don Featherstone design. I don't know if you knew that or not.
Oh, really? Yeah, I have 3 gray ones, and those are regular water, and then the red one gets the fertilizer. I don't
Yeah,
know why I did it that way, but there we have it.
but
Um,
yeah.
and I'm trying to find a picture of this one horrifying thing that I just bought. So, okay, I just have to say he was only $10 or something. This is, forgive me, he was only $10. But I already bought some columns, whatever, pillars for the
Uh,
statues, the busts to stay on. And then one of them's going to be like thrown over on its side. And then this dude is going to be painted all like concrete.
what's he made of?
He's foam, but
Huh?
he's life size. I had to throw a blanket over him in my garage because he kept scaring the shit out of me.
Yeah, he's pretty scary.
Um, and so he'll be like a bust that like fell off of its statue or its pillar and stuff. And so I've really just been now, like my thing is outdoor plants. And I talked to the neighbor yesterday about growing some food and stuff. And he messaged me back and was like, oh, I know this guy and he knows everything and he'll come and get the soil right. And blah. I'm like, bro, I'm digging a hole and I'm throwing it in. Like,
What the fuck,
if
soil
it
right?
lives, it lives. Like, we're not
Get the
doing any of that.
topsy turvy
Yeah,
tomato
we're not
thing
having
or
an
whatever.
acidic corner of the yard. It's not like how we're doing things.
Like here's what I would do if I was you. If I had a yard that I gave a fuck about, I would probably. This is how dumb I would be. I would be like ordering from China concrete molds of like columns and stuff, and I'd be casting them, and I'd have like a whole
I just don't
colonnade.
feel like I know enough about that.
What's there to know? You're pouring like pre-mixed concrete into a mold and like shaking it, getting the air bubbles out. It's super easy. That's what I'd
Yeah.
be doing. I'm just telling you what I would do. I would go crazy with concrete molds, but like they're not. I don't know what they cost, and like concrete statues, they're not cheap. Like,
Well, the ones I've been finding, here's just one of them. They're, I mean, I get them. Oh, wait, that's not him. I just get them from wherever, thrift
right
stores or whatnot.
on people's lawns. They just
Yeah, other
just put
people's
them in
lawns.
your yard for some reason. I don't know why. I just take them.
Yeah. But okay, what is this picture? Oh,
That was just another like pro tip. anywhere there's like a like hidden space in your house, that's under the stairs. I built like that little display case. Like you just, I don't know if you're like this, Mall, like real estate to like display shit. When you're like a hoarder becomes like crap. I really like this. I want to put this on display, but like where's the real estate for it? And you're like,
Yeah, but I've got a lot of good
walls and, like, nothing's under.
hidden. To
You don't
me,
think
hidden storage is like so valuable.
that's
I don't
okay?
want everything I own to be out.
Fair
Like
enough.
my tubs are all
Yeah.
shoved.
Typically
And
mine
I
are.
moved 3 times last year, and it was a bitch.
That's horrible. Yeah,
It was
moving.
awful.
Like I'm at the. If I didn't still have like 10 more years of like employment ahead of me, I would buy a warehouse somewhere probably. And like, you know, I got to think I'm not living just alone either. But like, I would probably buy a warehouse somewhere so I could just keep everything. That's like how bad it is. And like, I meet people. Like, I've met, like, when I bought those statues, that St. Michael statue, I bought them off of Hoarders, and they had a barn. A barn.
Do you see who just posted hi in the chat?
Oh, it's Kako. Hey, I posted. I found that. I tagged you in that letter. Did you see that, Mo? It was like a Christmas card I found.
Yeah, and I was gonna take a picture. I've got some of her paintings on my wall in my living room. Kako. Oh, Kako was Matt's pen pal for many years. And then as I started to learn Japanese badly, I would try my best. But her English is so good that my Japanese got worse. So that's basically America and Japan like defined. It's like, well, you're so good at doing English, like why should
Why should I bother?
learn anything about you? Because
That's
we're selfish
Privilege.
a-holes like that.
We were bred that way, raised that way.
Yeah, oh my gosh, that's so awesome.
That's great.
Kako is a beautiful artist in Yokohama, Japan, and she does amazing art. Kako, if you're in the chat still, if you want to put a link to wherever you want to send people, she does amazing art. And she did a picture of me as a geisha, and she totally captured my resting bitch face, which I thought was like, I mean, it looks like me. Speaking of pictures that look like me, as a picture of a werewolf, but I met Butch Patrick last weekend.
See, I can co-sign on that.
And he signed it to Molly.
He wasn't.
You know what? He was so fucking nice.
Yeah, he's super cool.
You know, I'm not really like a fan of celebrities, and
well, he's not really a celebrity. Fucking.
I mean, you know who he is.
Yeah, because he was in the Monsters.
He's selling autographs, and I'm not. So, because I'm doing, it's not that I collect signatures ordinarily,
right?
But I've got a whole plan for my basement bathroom that I'm starting to collect pieces for.
That's kind of like my dream of being like a B movie, one hit wonder, like celebrity like that. Like
going to Comic-Con?
Sam Jones of like Flash Gordon, Butch Patrick, like, you know what I'm saying? Like these people that were just, they did one thing and it's like totally their career of signing, like, because autographs go for a lot now. Like when I was going to conventions, they might have been like $5-6 or something. Like I have Adam West. Like I had met Adam West a couple times.
He was a dick.
No, he was so nice.
Dude, you couldn't even say hi to him without handing him cash when I met him.
See, like, so I met him when I was a kid.
Okay.
So he wasn't a dick to me. And I met him at a car show when I was a kid. The Batmobile was there. And then I had met him again at the airport. You know, like the wheelchair pusher people were like pushing him through, and they're like, "Oh, Adam West came through," and I was like, "Oh shit!" I chased him down or whatever.
Oh my god!
And he was like, he was super nice, and you know, we were talking a little bit, and like I told him, I was like, you know, I met you when I was when I was a little kid at a car show or whatever. And he's like, "Oh, I remember you're a lot taller now or whatever." Like, he was super funny, and like his voice is so fucking Adam West. Like,
Oh,
you know what I
really?
mean? So like, I don't know. He was, I don't know, maybe he was just a bitch to you because like,
No, it wasn't like I wasn't trying to talk to him. I don't really know. Sorry, boys. I don't really know anything about Batman, and wasn't impressed. It was other people around him. I don't remember where we were at, but it was like something to do with like Mr. Show with Bob and David that I was working on or something. I don't know. Um,
so it
and
was like on the set of something.
no, he had a car there and you could pay him to stand next to him and have your mom take a picture of you too. And I was like, but
I think that's like a different, like, you're catching them like at work. You know what I'm saying? Like, if your job is to be a
right
celebrity,
now I sort of understand that this is like their meat and potatoes, that they go to these Comic Cons and get a booth. And
he didn't have a job after that shit. The
I mean, I
fans like
guess.
around, you know, like, you gotta think like Cartoon Network or whatever like employed him again. Other than that, he was at car shows.
Yeah, I guess. Pammy says I was going to ask Matt if he had a Grandpa Munster in his collection.
I have no. Oh yeah, yes, I do. I have a small one though. It's upstairs somewhere. There's not a lot of Grandpa Munster stuff of the original, but yeah, I do have a small one. I know there's like a hand puppet out there somewhere. I have a Herman Munster, like a pull string talking Herman Munster that doesn't talk anymore, and I have like a Munster like in a motorcycle, like when he was like Dracula or whatever somewhere. But yeah, I'm not huge into the Munsters though. Like, I like the Addams Family better, and I don't have hardly any Addams Family anything because they didn't really make it too much of it. But
Yeah, I guess I was more into like the creepier Twilight Zone, Outer Limits.
yeah, I love the Outer
There was
Limits.
there was no merch for that.
They did. They made, like, around the time we were in Hollywood, they were making
Lunch boxes.
toys of the dolls of the monsters from Outer Limits.
Anything on your list that you would just cry if you found now?
There's this like a Dracula doll made by Lincoln International that I want, that I just don't want to pay the prices for it. Like, they'll come up sometimes. There's like Rimco. There's this company Rimco that made that Monsterizer kit. There's still some toys in that line. There's a Phantom and there's a Creature that came out when they first made these 9-inch dolls of that. They made Mummy, Frankenstein, Dracula, and Wolfman. And then they had a second series with the Phantom and the Creature that if I had to guess, they went straight to Pick and Save. They probably never really got mass distribution because every time I see one for sale in the package, it has a Pick and Save sticker on it. So I'm guessing that's probably like damn near the only place you could get them, and they've gotten so rare. There's a lot more Creatures out there than Phantoms because like kids probably were just like, this is dumb. And I would like to have those. They have these little. Another thing that was like kind of fucked up is like KB had for years, or what felt like years to a little kid, was these little Rimco hand puppets, little finger puppets of the Creature and the Dracula and the Mummy and Frankenstein, and they had like a little coffin or a little like swamp box or something that would open up, and they had them on clearance forever. And I was like, they're cool. I don't know. I don't really have a lot of money. I don't know. And then I was finally like, you know what? I'm going to get some. And then we went to KB and they were gone. And they'd had that like clear, like a bin, like in front, just full of them for like what felt like 3 years. And then they were just like nowhere to be found. And those things are super like rare and collectible now. So
Like collectible like only makes sense when you're gonna go sell it. Like I don't think anything is worth, like I don't think anything here is worth anything if I was to throw it on eBay.
No, yeah, sure. And I don't like look at it like as an investment because I'm not gonna fucking sell it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Someone else is gonna profit off of it, not me. You know what I mean? Or it's gonna go in the dumpster somewhere. Do you ever feel like you have stuff that it's like you're not a good steward of and you sort of don't want it? Like it's too valuable for your like
Sir.
I
No.
sometimes feel that way about stuff. I can't think of anything off the top of my head, but like I'm like, you know what? I don't need that because I'll fuck it up.
Like I was trying to buy some cast iron doorstop the other day, and it came with like the actual iron part of it, and I was like, I don't need that part. Well, but it just comes with it free, but I don't need it.
Yeah. Was it
Like,
reproduction though, or was it like?
no, it was an original, like the iron that you would have the little like cleat that goes into it, and then you would have one on the stove and one in the iron. I just wanted the little like iron cleat part of it, the cast iron weight for one of my doors. And like I'm just looking for weight to hold the door open. It doesn't have to be,
like
carved by whatever. So, but it comes with this. It's like that's like telling me, but it craves Brondo. Like I don't need Brondo. Like I just want.
Yeah. No, I hear you. Also, like hoarding. Like I don't know. I'm a digital hoarder as well. So I hoard tons of images on my computer. That's why it's like hard for me to find stuff because I just have tons. Like I used to go like on eBay a lot of times if there's something I thought was cool that I would just save the pictures and collect the pictures. But I was like, I'm totally unorganized. So like who knows where they are now, but like if I'd see like cool architectural elements or some toy or whatever just for inspiration, I would download the pictures and I save them. So I have like 20 years of like saved pictures that are like impossible to like even go through. So I like hoard like in the cyber world and in like the physical world. I'm helpless.
Oh, and they're talking about Tales from the Dark Side. Dude, you remember Blondie? Wasn't Blondie in that? Like she was in an episode or two?
Blondie was in the movie for Tales from the Crypt movie, I think.
Oh, was she?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you had to pick what possessions totally define you. Like tell your life story.
Yeah, you like had me kind of stressed out over that fucking question. I would definitely like I don't know. I don't really like I don't conceptualize it like that. Like I would probably definitely try to have like fear cult stuff, like photographs.
I
used to think how like, stuff like that. Like I used to think if the house is on fire, what would I grab? We'd had that little discussion. I would grab my computer. And you're probably not going to have a whole lot of time to grab much else. You know what I mean? Because I'd probably grab the computer and grab like I don't even know where it is now, that binder with all the negatives and stuff. And take that stuff. Because that's where a lot of what I do at this point is like digital files. I do like a lot of the art and the sculpting and stuff in the digital realm. So as long as I have the digital file, I can 3D print it or CNC it or do something to make it physical. I just need the digital. And but most of the other stuff, like sentimental type of stuff, like I don't know.
Like maybe not even.
And define me. Like
there's just a lot of things that I collect that I don't think anybody would say that that's Molly or I really want that. I mean, there's people who would want my record collection just because they like the same music, but it's not like, right. Oh, like I remember when Molly did that or whatever. So I guess I was thinking about the assignment a little bit differently and thinking like what possessions are like the most you.
So what I put on Instagram, we can break that shit down real quick because that's kind of like the different levels of like my hoarding. And I'm gonna look at it real quick just so I can remember what the hell I even posted. So there's the storage bin. So I knew I put a picture of like a storage bin. Or the first thing is the flyers. So that's kind of like goes into the mindset a little bit of like, Ticketmaster ticket stubs and stuff. Like I've been there, I was there, I was like part of that. It helps me kind of just like it's like artifacts of your life a little bit. And
Hmm.
so like there's like that aspect of hoarding. And then I have one with like ephemera. I love like different kind of catalogs. I have tons of catalogs, not the silly shit. Like I have like a Sears toy catalog and like a Woolworth ad or something I
That's so
posted.
crazy.
And it's just like, how did I even like keep that? It just happened to like not get tossed for some dumb reason.
We're circled for Christmas.
Exactly. And but I collect a lot of Victorian catalogs for plaster ornamentation and architectural elements and building supplies. I have like an impressive architectural collection of catalogs of religious statuary, of religious garments, of I have like a pretty like awesome, like it's like all the monstrances and stuff, like this German catalog. Like I have a lot of catalogs. I have a lot of ephemera stuff. So that kind of that then like that hot topic bag I posted, just like it
Yeah,
kind of falls in that, like that's just like almost the trash that I kept. You know what I mean? We're talking like as long as you're not saving trash, like that's trash.
oh,
It's a fucking receipt.
and that bag was fuck ugly. I don't
Yeah.
remember buying anything ever at Hot Topic, but I definitely don't remember having a bag that ugly.
Well, I bought this on 9/5/92, and it looks like it was like a sticker or something because I only paid $1. And someone named Natasha rang me up, and it was
It's
at the Tucson.
1992. It could have been a whole suit. You have no
Yeah,
idea.
you know what I mean. So
Where's
like,
Natasha now?
yeah, loser. Yeah, who knows?
Natasha, if your grandbabies are in the chat, reach out to him.
How that hot topic. You know what's funny though? A lot of those people like in the old hot topic, they ended up getting like corporate. Like when I was dealing with Hot Topic with the magazine, like I was like, holy shit, aren't you from Tucson? He's like, yeah, whatever. And I'm like, wow, you're here and like see the industry now. You're a baller. Uh, so like that's kind of like the trash of the hoarding. You know what I'm saying? Then I got the storage bin with just rando shit in it that I can't get rid of. And then there's like I have fear cult videos. So then there's like that sort of like recorded media, or what would you call it? Like archival store, like recordings, photographs, things like that that fall under that like archives of what I've done in my life. And then I have like tapes, like Gothic tapes. That's just sort of like that, the sort of sentimental of like that phase of your life where you're just like, I love music. You're talking about your record collection and the tapes and stuff. And for me, like the LA goth scene was always like and it was particularly like the late 80s, early 90s goth scene. Like I'm not like super into like the death row. Like it's that period that I really like, that propaganda magazine type of like time period.
Yeah, I found my propaganda with the New Graves today.
Yeah, I have so many propagandas, and I was in propaganda. Then I have that coffin that you gave me. We talked about with the little stickers and stuff. So it's sort of like the memories of like the tchotchkes of type of stuff that I think normal people have like a little junk drawer, shit like that. Then there's like a letter, and this is the reason I put that letter in that fax is that was kind of like a turning point for me, because after I moved to Philadelphia, I was going to continue doing New Grave, but not as I was collaborating with Zillow magazine, which was a German magazine, and I was gonna head up the positive, if Kako's still there. And I think Kako might have helped me. I know I had another friend, Keiko, who was doing stuff with me on that, where we were putting together Positive Punk. Actually own the positivepunk.com domain name, and that's the Japanese version of goth rock. And every month we were going to have like Japanese goth rock in the German scene, start integrating into the German scene. And it was going to start off with a CD. And you can, in that letter, even though the letter's all like fucked up, you can see the track list of what was going to be on that CD. So I put that in there, and then like the little confirmation fax or whatever. So that kind of tells the story of how that was going to come to be. Everything was like ready to go. The publisher, an editor rather, I guess, the editor in chief, he got fired and they hired a new editor. And the new editor wanted nothing to do with it. So all that work that had gone into collecting all these like old recordings of old goth rock bands from Japan, all the translations, all the effort, all the bands, all the attention, everyone who helped put that together got fucking screwed.
Mm.
So it left me like I'm an asshole. So that's when I was
You're an
like,
asshole anyway, but
yeah, but I don't like to be that. I don't want to let people down, asshole. You know what I'm saying?
no.
Like, and that's where it just kind of like, you know what? I'm not going to promote any other bands. I'm not going to go do this shit anymore. At this point, it's just fucking me or whatever.
But you did well. I mean, you're such a hustler and a networker, and
Yeah, I was good at it at one time, and I think there's like I think some of that just like falls in my lap a little bit. Like, there's that birds of a feather flock together like analogy. Like, you get involved in shit and you just meet people.
yeah.
Like I don't ever remember like trying to meet people like in LA. They just move across the fucking hall from you. You know what I mean? Like, you go to a club and you have like similar like clothes or hair or whatever. You just meet people. Like I was never like worried about like meeting people. And then like again like with Kako's like letter or whatever, I just came across it. I thought it was like cute and sentimental, and I thought I'd post it on there. I haven't really. And then there's a picture of me as a kid. And I probably should have put some stuff with Lola Goth because that was like the character design I had really cashed in on when I first like left LA and was doing like commercial art and licensing and stuff. And I made like good money on that, but then it just fell apart and
Well, toys are very much trends, and
so that's like kind of where the best I could do to sort of define like me through like hoarding and the different sort of aspects of it.
yeah, I don't know. I mean, I've got a lot of collections, but I wouldn't say that they really define me. They're just things that I like. I would say if you had like a time capsule of what is Molly, one of the things I think would have to be in there.
Better be Fear Cult. Oh, damn. Your glitter glove?
My whole Medusa costume that I made.
I don't think I knew you when you were making a Medusa costume. I probably like cast you out of my world.
Yeah, I lived in Koreatown at that time. But
man, is that Man Ray? Who did that? Like Medusa?
These are 144 rubber fucking snakes that I glittered and made their tongues red glitter with nail polish and sewed them to a wig cap like Veronica Lake. And I wore this for the fetish ball that I co-hosted with Danny Bonaducci. That just sounds so weird.
Yeah.
But they said that I was going to co-host this with Danny Bonaducci, and so I was like, well, I have to get like a good outfit together. I can't just, show up dressed like a fucking whatever.
Uh-huh.
And so I can't tell you how long, because these have to be like individually sewn on so that it could still be stretchy.
Yeah.
And the fact that like any of this, I mean, a lot of this stuff is like easy to find or buy now,
but not.
But like you had to start from scratch back then. And so I think a lot of the stuff that like I would keep is just stuff, I don't know, that I made or whatever. One thing that I would want if I had enough time to grab it from the fire is just my grandma's sewing machine. I mean, this machine has made so much of my life. It's my childhood and my
they were made to never
break.
Those machines were made to never break. I watched the special on Singer. They would what they would do is they'd sell a machine and then they'd come out with a better model and they'd get you to trade your old machine in for the better model and pay a little more, get on like a payment plan or whatever, and then they'd destroy your first machine because they knew that thing was never going to break.
Yeah, and I mean they still sell this machine. It's the Featherlight, whatever it is.
I think it's called Featherweight.
And it was one of the first electric portable models made, and I still have the original case from it. And that was my grandma's machine, and she made, you know, clothes for her family, and she taught me how to sew on it. And to me, really, it is like my prized possession. But yet, it's my only sewing machine, and I totally use it. And I sewed a mask bag for a firefighter last week on it. So I still definitely use it. It's not like for the shelf to just look at, but I don't know. I think that that's probably like one of the things that I would want to have forever. And then speaking of like crafts and bullshit, I only brought 2 pairs up here, but my fucking roller skates. You know that I love to fucking roller skate.
Yeah.
And I've had some crazy skates in my day. I love to.
You can't like actually skate in those, can you?
Fuck yeah, I can. But a lot of the places don't want you to skate in them just because
dangerous.
If you fall, it could scratch the floor.
Yeah.
But these are just, I call these my punk skates. And they're totally fun. And but yeah, they make a lot of noise. They're very heavy. But I mean, you're going roller skating to, you know, to exercise. So the heavier they are, the better they are. They also have lights on the bottom. They're probably totally out of battery.
Ground effects.
No, they're good. Gosh, I haven't worn these in over a year, and I can't believe they still have a battery.
You got the ground effects.
But yeah, they're cool because when you go to skate, it lights up the floor beneath you. So, but yeah, those are my punk skates, and then I have a lot of different kinds of skates. I've got some like, of course, I made Charlie Chaplin, or I made some Charlie Chaplin like silent movie skates. I made, which are like spats. I made some Creature from the Black Lagoon, of course. I have these like weird medieval dragon skates. Those ones, they're so comfortable. I wear them all the time, but they're not my coolest skates. And then I decided to make some like happy skates. And so these are like rain, like a little cloud with like rain.
That's a good
idea. But and then they have like reflective. I don't know if you can even.
Yeah, I can see.
Yeah, it's reflective.
That's cool.
And little clouds. And these ones glow blue, I assume, but I don't know. Have any idea if this? Yeah, those are dead.
Do they come with the lights on there, or you put them on there?
Fuck no, they don't. They're like taped on there.
Okay, I'm just asking.
Yeah, I don't even know like where. I know I bought them on eBay, and they only have a few colors. My favorite part that I think my grandma would fucking love is that the shoulder strap is like a little epaulette with a little like rainbow coming down with clouds on it, so that like you're so fashionable when you like walk in with your skates on. And yeah, I don't know. Like I guess my skates like I think about like people who would want my shit, it's because they already collect that kind of stuff. Nobody would want my skates except for somebody who liked me and was just like, Molly was a little special. So
yeah. I saved all my Fear Cult like outfits I made. And I ain't gonna lie, like some of that shit's like couture. Like it's poorly constructed, but like design wise, like I pat myself on the back. I made some dope shit, bro. You know, like
yeah, that red jacket was really, really awesome.
Yeah.
And then
like taxidermy, I don't like care what happens to that when I go. You know what I mean?
Right. Nobody's gonna care about Betty Butterball, and I spent $400 on it. I got this as a present, and maybe this one is a little like bittersweet for me. But when I made Detective, they bought me this thing for my desk. And my big boss, the Detective 3 from West LA burglary, and some of the guys put in to get me my own desk thing. And I don't know, I guess to me this is just like, dude, like the things that you can accomplish when you don't even think you can, and like you didn't even put your heart into it until
Right.
like
You
until
fell
like
out
the
backwards.
final stretch, and you're like, wait, I do want this.
Yeah.
And so it has my badge number, which isn't my serial number, but it has the badge number that I had when I was a detective, like already in it. And I'm like, how did you know that? Like, they got told that I was getting promoted like way before me, so they could order this thing. And so to me, it was just like, I don't get a lot of presents. And so I don't know, it's an emotional one.
Yeah, that's cool. I've never had a job I gave a fuck about. So.
Pammy says, join a roller derby. Did you not see these gorgeous teeth?
You were in the roller. You were in that roller derby play or whatever the fuck. I
I
remember.
was in a roller derby play.
I hated it when you were in that stupid thing.
Tag Team Love Fest 2000.
Yeah, because you were like at rehearsal all the fucking time. I'm like bored. Where's Molly at?
I know, but if I would have stuck with those people, I would probably have my own TV show now. Fuck.
You think so?
Yeah, they all turned out to be stars. I see them on TV all the time. I'm like, oh,
You can't like hit them up. Remember me, guys? I was in the roller derby
yeah.
with you.
Remember?
That's so funny, like, because it was just like a little, like one of those little theaters or whatever, right?
Yeah, but they were. I mean, even Groundlings was small, but it was.
I remember you were doing it, and I remember going to see it, but I don't remember like the plot or anything. I was like impressed that you weren't like getting hurt. Like I'm like, because it was like ramps and shit. They had
but I mean, those were all like stage dives and stuff. And you know what's stupid about that? I mean, we got to end. We're at 2 hours and 30 minutes, but I went for a Coca-Cola commercial where they wanted a roller skating girl.
That's you.
Look, I don't know, but I showed up doing some like crazy stuff, and I did a big fake fall that looked real good and picked myself up. That's not what they wanted. They wanted like a hot girl in a tube top to just be like, I love Coca-Cola. So I wasn't really shocked that I didn't get that one.
Yeah, fuck Coke. That's why I drink Pepsi.
Well, tonight, this show is not brought to you by Mug Floats Vanilla Howler.
Nor Pepsi Diet.
It's not bad, but it's like, somebody got their cream soda in my root beer. Somebody got their root beer in my cream soda.
Yeah.
Well, Maddie, thanks mucho.
No, it's fun. Hoarding's a lifestyle.
I know. Well, we're going to have you back on to do a toy gig with the boys.
Okay.
Ben and Randy held down the fort last week, so thank you everyone for whoever entertained them. And they had a fun show, and I had things that I wanted to say about their show, but I will wait for them to come back. And it was a fun weekend to be running around. We had this goth market. Do the goth clubs in Philly have merch tables, like where people are selling shit inside the club?
I think probably at this point they do. I've been to like some like oddities type of shit.
I thought that was like a Michigan thing. It's so crazy. It's like a flea market on the fucking dance floor. Like, pardon me.
I would say it'd be like more like in the vestibule, Coven, like as you come in, there would be some shit like that.
Oh.
But like I don't go to like
being merch tables.
Fuck Philly. I don't like go anywhere out here. I just live here.
Yeah. All right. Well, I would say talk to you later, but I know we'll be in the chat as usual.
Yeah.
With some AI slop with Nora. All right, everybody. Love you all. Thanks for hanging out with us on yet another Friday. I did meet a very cool chick last weekend, and she's going to be my first paying guest, but I think it's going to be worth it. So I got to reach out to her. We got to pay to watch your new friend? No, I have to pay her to come on. But I think she's going to be really worth it. I met her at this Gothic market, and she's fucking rad. Okay. So sorry, Matt.
So
You can
I
have
could have been
0%
charging you this whole time.
of the 22 cents that I make on the show.
I'll sacrifice that money for your show.
Thanks. You owe me. You kicked me out of your life for 23 fucking years. So
Whatever.
it's time for reparations.
You got detective in that time. That would have never happened under my guidance.
That's true. Yeah. I'd still be on the dance floor wearing these. So,
Yeah.
you know. All right, guys.
right.
Love y'all. Love you, Maddie. Talk to you later.
Help me, everyone.